And welcome. Let me make sure. It looks like it was acting a little funny at the start of this, so let me make sure it actually went live properly. And in the meantime, let me welcome everybody to the chat. Pop out the stream window here. I want to be able to see the chat clearly. And hopefully you can hear me. Let me just check really quickly because it was acting a little funny. I hope I don't have to reset it necessarily, but I do want to check really quickly. And I will do so by running in a circle and watching back the feed and seeing if running back in a circle looks good. Looks good, no delay. If you can hear me, then everything is good. I'm good with that. All right, so let me begin with this. A sip of my coffee. And for those who are watching back, well, hopefully I have a highlight for you at the end of the stream that'll post as its own video. Because if that's the case, of course, I would have caught the shiny. Shaymin is a Pokemon I have never hunted. Similar to Arceus, I used less than conventional means back in Diamond and Pearl to acquire Oak's letter, and then I just ran up and caught the thing. And to be honest, I'll be fair, I thought its sky form was kind of dumb looking, so that's why I was like, I don't really even want this thing shiny. But that's not the case for this stream. For this stream, things are different. I'm here for shiny Shaymin, and I am now a fan of Shaymin. I will enjoy Shaymin. So the first thing I will do, Raven, welcome, welcome. Kakashi, welcome, welcome. The first thing I will do is show you the sea break path. The fast way to do this is with the bicycle, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to enjoy the Bay of Flowers. And I'm going to enjoy the nice music, the serenity of it. Don't worry, I've got something else I set up too. You'll see in a moment. What's up, H Nation? How you doing? Thank you very much. I accept the congratulations because that was not an easy hunt. That was a very long hunt. Giratina, 14K, over 3 months, a little over 3 months. I started that back in December, but caught it, and we're good. This is Shaymin. Say hi to little Shaymin. Now, Shaymin here, I was never a huge Shaymin fan prior to this moment. I set the clock back specifically so you guys can see this because it looks so much better at night. It is, oh, there's Chanmako, sorry, I had to float. It looks so much better at night. I will be doing these encounters at night, and I'll show you why on the first encounter here, and then we'll get truly started. Ruby, thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. Hello to you in Argentina, as well as Link. Welcome to the stream, my friend. So the first thing I'm going to show, really quickly, is our little Shaymin. You will observe, it looks so much better spawning at night. That is why I am going to do this as a night hunt. Now, Raven, or anybody, let me ask you, can you guys hear everything well? Is the mic sounding well and the game is relative to the mic okay? Check this out, by the way. I really like that this is a thing. I do not have any clue if this is how it worked back in Diamond. I don't remember this. I ran away from Shaymin. Shaymin disappeared among the flowers. Poof, gone. Back then it was a legendary, now it's a mythical. So I'm just going to run back over here. The fast way would be to use the bike, but I feel like I don't want to do that. Look who's back. It's our little Shaymin. I can just encounter it again. In the time it took you to get Giratina, I beat BDSP like 4 times. It was a pain. That hunt was not a happy hunt. Nah, I'm just kidding. Actually, it was pretty good hunt. I had a lot of really cool streams, had a lot of cool conversations, talked to a lot of people. It was fun, even if it took 4 months. All right. So then, you guys ready for your minds to be blown? I will put up the overlay. But guess what I brought back, guys? A blank screen. Sorry, hang on just a sec here. That was not supposed to be blank. It gets confused sometimes. Alright, it's really confused. Give me just 1 second, guys. There you go. Alright, now. So I figure, I don't know why, but I was like, you know what? Why not? Right? I said I was going to hunt it in my backup diamond version. So I was like, you know what? I'll just put up the overlay and let's throw Giratina back in the mix. The OG Giratina. I figure, hey, you know what? I've got the first Giratina, which was technically the second Giratina. Whatever, let's go for number 3, right? So the main focus is here on the left screen, but don't worry, you can see I'm right here on the right. All right, with that in mind, give me just 1 second, everybody, just 2 seconds. Now and then, you'll have to excuse me for just a moment. The reason being is, unfortunately, I'll touch lightly on it because I don't want this to be an upsetting situation, but my cat is sick, and it's looking like he's really sick. But the good news is he's showing improvements. I just got to check on him pretty frequently, and don't worry, Naya's here. She's helping me, keeping that eye on him, so don't worry. Situation's under control. I have gone through a field of emotions already, so I think I've accepted that I've done everything I can, and I just gotta cross my fingers at this point and hope he makes it through the weekend with no trouble. I'm not saying like his life is at risk yet. As far as I'm concerned, I have been so on top of it that his life was never at risk. But I will have to dip out of the stream every now and then and go check on him. So, no worries there, guys. Check it out. It looks beautiful with these flowers. Now, oh, right. So technically, here's the fast way to do it. Technically, go on the bike, and then go back. Honestly, I just feel like that ruins the aesthetic. Like me on the bicycle here, I don't know. I like running through the flowers more. So I'm going to slow it down, and at the same time, I will be doing resets on the right screen. The right screen's pretty hands-free. Well, your right screen. It's actually my left screen. But as you can see, a double hunt. Do I want to move that screen over? I gotta check. Nah, I'm good. Is it just me, or is the live glitching, or is it just my internet? Glitching how? By what mechanism? So then I just run over here. So much faster than resetting the game for a solid minute. By the way, I love how fast the OG Diamond resets. The game just resets so much faster. Let me check the feedback really quickly. Let me see the playback. I was worried that I would have to reset the stream. It was lagging a little bit, but let me just check. Left screen looks good. Right screen looks good. Let me check my own audio. All right, I think everything looks all right, Raven. I can't confirm any issues going on here. All right, let me. It would suddenly stop working for a few seconds. I couldn't hear what you were saying. I don't know how to describe it. Well, I have to trust Link that everything is running well, that you guys, lagging is different than glitches. Well, it would be lagging if it was doing what I saw earlier. So I'm going to have to say that, hopefully anyways, everything's running smooth. Let me pop this up really quickly because I saw several of you like on the stream, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my birthday heart for the likes on the stream, guys. So, let me get settled back here with my coffee, and we begin. See, I almost wondered if I had too much going on with two screens like this, because there's like no time for me to reset Giratina. Oh, that's right. We got to do a quick test run. So it's not really hard to catch Shaymin, but I haven't actually tried, so technically it could be really hard. Giratina is much harder to catch than Shaymin, but I got to do a test run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save and really quickly run through if I can catch Shaymin. Ruby says, I love to enjoy the hunt. It feels like a chore is sad note for me. I am having fun looking for Mr. Mesprit. Enjoy the hunt. Feels like a chore is a sad note for you. Trying to make some sense out of that for me. I'm seeing here that you're going for Mesprit. By the way, oh, well, I guess I locked myself out of shiny hunting any of the lake trio here, but I have not done the lake trio. I was just kind of curious. Are you doing it in Legends Arceus, or are you doing it in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? Shining. Let me try that again. Shining Pearl. Yeah, it's almost just a touch too much to have both screens up at the same time. Just a little bit. Giratina was a soft reset in Diamond, or I should say Brilliant Diamond, so that's why it was easier to do. But this is a quick test run to make sure I can actually catch Shaymin. I also have one more surprise left. You guys will see shortly. I want to get a little further into the hunt before I go on with the second surprise. Is fine now? Raven, awesome. Raven, how's your morning going? Alright, so if I'm hunting Shaymin, I don't even know what moves it has. What I should do is, like Giratina, I have a count of all the moves it has, how many of them it has, and I keep track of that. But I don't think I need to do that with Shaymin. So with Shaymin, actually, what ball do you think I should put Shaymin in? I guess let's try a quick ball. You know what? Let me go with the quick ball because he is blue. That'll be the first thing I try. I don't think I need to weaken this thing at all. That's why I say I'm just gonna go for it. So I guess a net ball. I mean, it's for bug types. He's kind of like a bug. He's grass. My morning's pretty calm, actually, all things considered. Yeah, I think a net ball. Look at this. You don't even need to weaken shit. Oh, okay, never mind. Whatever. My point still stands. I think Shaymin will be so easy. I think a net ball will work well for the aesthetic. I don't know. Raven, you know what this thing's going to look like, shiny. Dusk ball, net ball, quick ball. What would you throw? Or I should say, would you even mess with the quick ball? I'm glad I did it. I was able to delete that message. Yeah, I see those. A lot of people are experiencing those. There's a lot of complaints about those, and it's kind of my own fault. I meant to put whatever they're spamming, I meant to put that on the blocked words list, so then they never even show up, but I haven't gotten around to it. I'll promise this time I'll try and do it. I think if it were me, it's just the look. I can catch, this thing's level 30. I think I can catch it in anything. That's the color of the net ball. I'll leave it on the screen for just a moment for you. There's the color of the dusk ball, which would be the easiest one to use because it's nighttime, or at least I have set it to nighttime. So the dusk ball actually has a higher catch rate, but it doesn't matter. At level 30, I think anything will catch this thing. And then the quick ball, it's got blue in it, so it's cool, but at the same time, you know, it kind of matches a little bit its blue. But I think it matched Giratina better, which it didn't stay in the ball when I threw the quick ball. So I think a net ball is honestly what I'm going to go with. I wonder if I should go get more, though. I may consider that. We'll see. Max, my friend, thank you for the birthday wish. Hope you got this today. Hope that you get this today. That would be amazing. Not only would it be amazing, let me thank you, Maxim, because I saw that you commented that congratulations on Giratina, but also Giratina. I mean, after the Giratina hunt, I kind of deserve a quick one, don't you think? And I don't mean Legends Arceus. Like last night, I had a random shiny Shaymin pop up. Shaymin. Shinx. Sorry, the other SH. Shinx pop up. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking like straight up this one. I'm doing a test run right now to make sure I can actually catch it. I don't want to move on to Arceus yet, mainly because I actually can't. I haven't finished Legends Arceus yet. So as you can see, it's totally 11:22 p.m., right? That's an accurate time. But I can't move on to Arceus yet anyways. I thought it'd be cool to finish the decks with a stream. That would be a real relaxing stream. But I kind of deserve a quick hunt on this one, in my opinion. Don't know how to describe it, but to me, they just don't have the same feel. They do. They do. Or I should say, I'm sorry. No, you're right. They don't have the same feel. They have a different feel, and to an extent, they almost pop up too much. But at the same time, it's still like when it pops up, it's like, whoa. Take a step back here, breathe, we got a shiny. So I do enjoy that. I really enjoy different hunting mechanisms. That's why I go back to Let's Go every now and then. Let's Go has such a cool hunting mechanism to come back to every now and then, you know? Birthday stream, Biozine is indeed, well, sort of my birthday. It's actually late. Long story short, I'll save you all of it. A bunch of garbage happened, and I'm still going through the garbage, but I had two choices today, and I wanted to stream this, and I wanted to have a fun time talking with everybody. I wanted to hang out with you guys. Raven, I wanted you and I to be able to hunt Shaymin, and so I wasn't able to stream on my birthday like I planned, but then today I was like, well, the main issue is the cat, and he's asleep right now, and he's showing positive signs. We're not out of the woods by any means, but he's showing positive signs. So I'm like, I'm going to let him sleep. I'll just run over and check on him every now and then. I'm like, I got two choices. I can sit here, watch movies, and do nothing, because I don't want to do anything like work out, go out, nothing, you know? I'm like, so I'll probably shiny hunt anyways. Might as well stream, you know? So stream with a smile on my face or shiny hunt with a frown, you know what I mean? So I was like, let me hang out with the people I enjoy. So you know what? Yeah, let's stay where I'm at. That was weird. I had both screens white. I'm also going to put this on performance mode. There we go. So I'm actually not going to go get more net balls. Technically, I should, but I'm not gonna. So trying to speed through so I can do the Arceus hunt. That's another thing. I don't really want to speed through, although, I mean, I've got enough shiny hunts, put it that way. Darkrai is my all-time favorite shiny. I was afraid to admit it, but earlier this year I finally came to terms with, or actually I should say it was end of last year, I finally came to terms with that I can say Darkrai is probably my favorite of all. So with Darkrai coming out on the new moon, the night of the new moon, then I can't imagine that I'm going to get to Shaymin, Darkrai, and Arceus all in the same month. So I'm just going to enjoy Legends Arceus and get the event unlocked, get my Aether Flute, and then I'll come back to it at some point. Oh yeah, I forgot the D-pad makes me walk like this. I thought I could run. I just mean you put more time into it because I was doing like 100 a day, but now I'm on break. Ah, I see what you're saying. Well, I mean, look at me. When I went to university, I literally stepped away from the entire franchise. And it's not that I wanted to necessarily, but it was the right thing to do was to focus on school. And so to an extent, I wonder, in an alternative life, in another timeline, did Nito keep going to tournaments and keep aiming for the world's Pokemon in 2012, 13, 14, whatever years I stopped playing, if I had kept up with competitive. But at the same time, where was the practicality in that, you know? But it made me wonder. And it's not just Pokemon. I stepped away from pretty much all gaming. I was like, yeah, I need to focus on school. You know what? There's only one thing that's a little confusing here. Shaymin obeys the rule. Like, I don't know why, but several Pokemon don't obey this rule. Supposedly, the rule goes, if the trainer appears first in the animation before the Pokemon, that means that the Pokemon that you have just encountered has the higher bracket of IVs. If the Pokemon appears first, that means they're in the lower bracket of IVs. My question is, if this Shaymin, because I have not confirmed, I didn't use Synchronize or anything to figure out what it's got going on here, if this Shaymin is re-rolling every time, how come my trainer shows every single time? How come Shaymin hasn't spawned first a few times, you know? I'm worried that... I mean, I'm pretty sure it's confirmed, right? I guess I should have done a little more research on this. It's confirmed that it's re-rolling every time. It's not just respawning the same one. I know that. That has to be true. Archo literally caught it in like 100 resets, and he did the same thing. He just ran away from it. So it has to be... The rule doesn't apply. Okay, so this is not... This is just a cinematic. Alright, I was gonna say, because I know that Giratina was a cinematic, of course, but Shaymin's not Giratina. Shaymin is Shaymin. I do kind of like Shaymin's noise. Shaymin's noise on the original didn't really sound that good. Like I say, I feel bad, and Raven, I admit it. I gave Shaymin some crap back in the 2007. I said, oh, not really interested in this Pokemon. I don't want to shiny hunt this thing. And its Skyform looks stupid, so I'm just going to catch it and move on. That attitude has changed, and maybe it's because the garden looks so well now. Or it looks so good, I should say, not well. Maybe Shaymin's garden getting an aesthetically pleasing uplift put me in a better mood. Because now I like this little guy. I guess I didn't like the hedgehog turning into a reindeer. And then Keldeo came along and they're like, hey, Shaymin's cool, but can we try this again? Okay, how about Keldeo? Perfect. Before they made it not in the game, with the overworld fly glitch, the rule applied, I'm sure. The overworld fly glitch. Before they made it not in the game, with the override fly glitch, the rule applied, I'm sure. Oh, the dark I'm sorry, we called it the dark void glitch, but really it's glitching, blipping, or just the void. It depends. There's nothing's official because Pokemon, of course, isn't going to make that official. But you're talking about the dark void glitch, and I say dark void because the only time I ever used it was to get Darkrai. When I got Shaymin, action replay. I definitely got Oak's letter through less than conventional means and came here the legit way. I didn't use the void. I know the void was back, but I was like, dude, I don't want the void to be back. I don't want to blip off the map. Like, so, but as far as I remember from this game anyways, it turns out that no one has Darkrai yet, which I'm happy for, because Darkrai was not accessible via the Void, which I didn't want the Void. And I get it, you know, all the other YouTubers probably exploited the hell out of that Void because they wanted to be the first ones to try and get Shaymin. Cool for them, not for me. I wanted this game to have some integrity. So I went into the Void one time, and I don't intend to go back. That was also the scariest thing I've ever done, by the way. The Void... Raven, I guess I should explain to you what the Void is. In the original games, there's Veilstone. I think it's in... Let me check the map. I got a map. I can check. So in the original games, right here... Hearthome, no. It is Jubilife. Sorry, it was in Jubilife. In Jubilife, there's a series of 4 squares that try to load multiple areas. So what happens in the original game... Actually, wait a minute. What am I doing? I can literally just show you in this one. This is the real deal anyways. What you would do, check out the right screen there, is you would go to those 4 squares, and you would just do this. You'd really quickly do this, and you'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 in a square pattern like this. And in Jubilife, you would open the void is what it was called. You'd actually fail to load part of the map, so you could walk off the map and basically take 16,000 steps until you got back onto the map. And when you re-entered onto legit map tiles, you wanted to be on New Moon Island, which was not accessible without an event. Wow, I have not read any of the chat, guys. How are you all doing? Alright, so let's see over here. Yep, that's the one, the glitch way, which was returned in Brilliant Diamond. I didn't want it to, but I love Shiny Umbreon. Link, you are not alone. The way it looks at night, the only sad thing, I never got it. Oh, man. I have had like 40 Shiny Eevee, 50, 60. God, I don't know how many Eevees I've had. I feel like I need to get one over to you. Godlike Taters, dude, how you doing? Godlike Taters. I'm sorry I missed you jump in the chat. I was exploiting. Jeez, I was exploiting. No, I was explaining how to exploit the Dark Void glitch, which I definitely would never do again. I only did it the one time. I was desperate for Darkrai, man. You have no idea how much I needed that Darkrai in my life. That's why I say it's my all-time favorite shiny. Now, here's the dilemma I have. Cayenne says, I had to get Shiny Shaymin before fighting Cynthia in this game because, I did not realize, you just enlightened me. I did not realize you could get Shaymin before the Elite Four. I flew to it with the glitch. You flew to it? I thought you had to do the Dark Void glitch. Huh. Well, shows how much I know. I'm just glad I don't have to glitch my way to anything anymore. And I didn't glitch to get Arceus technically, but I did have to exploit use of certain hardware modifications to get the Azer flute. I need to move my computer back a little bit. I don't like this wire being stretched like this. All right. Would never do that except for the one time. Hey, Biozine. Look, man. We were desperate. It was desperate times. I had no way of getting this Pokemon. You gotta think. That was the second generation in a row that they stiffed me on this really awesome, like, desperately to get them awesome, mythical. Jeez. I couldn't get the word out. I got stuck. Although back then they were just legendaries. But I couldn't get Deoxys in Sapphire. I couldn't get Darkrai in Diamond. You know, desperate times, desperate measures. We gotta go for it. By the way, I'm not even gonna count how many Shaymin encounters I'm at on average because I'm obviously not speeding through it, and the reason for that is I really don't feel like trying to encounter as fast as possible. Otherwise, if I wanted to do that, I wouldn't even be streaming. I love Galaxy Team. I want to see them again on more games. Somebody had said something about they were really happy to see that I wear the Galaxy Team attire, or I should say Team Galaxy, not the survey course, but in Arceus that I was wearing the original generation outfit, and I was like, yeah, represent, man. I mean, Cyrus is kind of a jerk, but still, represent. Shine for my birthday, and shine because Raven is here, and I don't know if this is your favorite Pokemon, but I know it's up there. I'm trying to rearrange my desk a little bit here. I'm trying to move the my DS over because there we go. That should be good. Just before the Elite Four on a waterfall, you could override the... Oh, yeah, the override glitch. You're right. That's what that was. You would, you'd be able to open up the menu at the same time that you were doing actions. ILC or yeah, I think it's ILC, by the way. It's, I don't know. I feel like they killed their own reputation on that one. ILC will never get another big project because of how horrible the interface menu was. And Pokemon took notice of that. They were not happy. They patched that out relatively quickly. I mean, that was for an interface problem, that was bad. That was a really bad one. ILCA, that's what it is. Yeah, ILCA. I mean, Game Freak will never contract them again. Anybody could have made this game, let's be honest. Any developers could have created this game. So for them to make a mistake, you got to think there's probably, you could have gotten like 10 fan game developers together, and they probably could have made this if you gave them the budget and the time. So that's why I think Game Freak is probably never going to call them again. Darkrai is out on April 1st, but Darkrai descends on the night of the new moon. Darkrai leaves on the night of the full moon. So you have 30 days. 30 days to get the item anyways. Not 30 days to actually catch the Pokemon. Yep. Midnight. Or, well, whenever the lunar cycle starts. That's when it's starting. April 1st is the day of pranks. This is true. Oh, I already passed the area. But it's also the night of the new moon. And on the new moon, Darkrai descends. And when that thing is purple, my favorite color on one of my favorite Pokemon, I shall be there to catch it. The only thing I don't know, I was mentioning this earlier, is I'm not sure that I'm going to use the Master Ball. The Master Ball is absolutely aesthetically pleasing with Darkrai's colors when it's shiny, but I don't know if I want to throw the Master Ball and risk losing Arceus at some point because I didn't have the Master Ball. Arceus is no joke. That thing, if I recall, if memory serves me correctly, Arceus has the worst odds in the entire game, the worst catch rate, rather, in the entire game. It is like everybody else shares a catch rate. Heatran, Giratina, Cresselia, they all share a catch rate, but then they programmed Arceus, and they're like, nope, tank that thing. Let's bring that thing down. So, Arceus, you definitely want to have the Master Ball at the ready, just in case. Now, this also is the reason why I pretty much never have used the Master Ball. I haven't used the Master Ball in years. And the reason is because I'm always saving it. Well, eventually I gotta throw it. So that's why I'm like, maybe I'll throw it at Darkrai. Because that's what I threw my first one at, Darkrai. Johnny Phillip says, I caught Shiny Arceus in a Pokeball last night. Balls of brass, sir. Respect. You can't see it, but I'm saluting. I would not throw a Pokeball at that. Actually, maybe I would. I don't know. I feel like, how many people... So, long story, and I'll condense it down here for you guys. I'll stop everything right now. Actually, no, I'm not. We gotta move. I started catching shinies in Premier Balls a long time ago. And that trend, I didn't start it. Just other people came up with the same idea at the same time. Now everybody does it. So I'm like, well... I guess I'm going to stop doing that. So now I just kind of go for something that I think is different. Because now the Premier Ball is so freaking popular for catching shiny Pokemon in. But Arceus would look good in that ball. Shaymin really, I mean, I don't know. To me, if you guys saw, or if you guys haven't seen how Shaymin looks when the sun is out, it's almost like the night accents Shaymin's spawn, and the day just kind of glares. It makes a glare on the screen almost. I don't like it. Man, Johnny, you got a shiny Arceus. I would be going for Arceus, but I can't. I can't actually do it yet. I am at the end of Legends Arceus, but I stopped for several reasons. Like I say, life really sucker punched me about 100 times in the last month. But at the same time, I've been recording and editing all of that. So I wanted to finish up on stream. That's why I didn't finish the decks. I thought that'd be a cool stream to just relax, go and get the Wisps, finish up Spiritomb. I've only got like 30 Pokemon left. A lot of them are just evolutions. So I'll probably do that soon, whenever I get a chance. I have no idea how many encounters I'm at, and I don't even know how to count, because normally I never count my encounters. Or I should say, I pretty much never count my encounters, except for Sandy Gaston, and I'll never do that again, because the second I started counting, he went to 22,000. Nope. So, usually I just estimate how many I'm getting in an hour, on average if I have a short hour versus, or I should say a short number versus a long number. But this time, I'm not paying attention to how much I'm encountering at all. So we're just going to have to go with a lowball number. I'll do it after the stream. I'll be like, how many did I encounter in 10 minutes or 1 minute? And then go from there. Hey, Diego, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream, my friend. This is Shiny Shaymin, the first time I have ever shiny hunted Shaymin. Pretty much everything else in the game I have shiny hunted for in the past. We don't talk about Cresselia because that's definitely over 100k. 15, actually 16 years now, I have been going after that Pokemon. And yeah, it's never, ever going to shine for me. So we put that in its own category. I've talked about that for like 4 years now, and I thought by now I'd at least have it, but no. So Cresselia aside, we look at Heatran, shiny, Arceus, shiny, Dialga, shiny, Palkia. I never actually hunted, I never even caught Palkia prior to Legends Arceus. Who else we got? Giratina, shiny, Darkrai, shiny. Never hunted Shaymin, ever. So this is the first time. And I like it. I think it's great. I think this is a very great, aesthetically pleasing, fun hunt. I'm not watching a black screen for 30 seconds at a time. Is Shaymin strong? It has a strong spirit. I don't believe Shaymin is any kind of a pick. In fact, I know Shaymin was a pretty bottom tier pick for competitive back in the day, but that's all right, because I stopped caring about competitive. I didn't. I'm still actually pretty salty. I feel like I should be competitive, but I'm trying to stop. Shaymin MVP. Heck yes. You use that Shaymin, Cayenne. You use that Shaymin, and you love that Shaymin, and you cherish that Shaymin. All right. Let me check really quickly on the stream. I got one thing to check. I think it might be time. I think this is a good time. What do you guys think? I have one thing I wanted to say. 8 likes on the stream. Thank you guys so much for liking my stream on my birthday. Well, close to. And yes, so that Skyform Shaymin ruined Shaymin for me back in the day. But I have evolved. I matured, and I learned to like this Pokemon. So I don't like Shaymin for its strength. Absolutely. It is no. Raven, you can absolutely like it. Look at me. Nidoking is my favorite Pokemon ever. It's not horrible. I mean, honestly, I actually tried to use Nidoking competitively. It's just less than favorable. But that doesn't stop me from saying that thing is the most badass Pokemon. End of story, end of discussion. Coolest color palette. It's a poison, it's a ground type. It's just sick. But, you know, it's not gonna be a better pick than a Heatran. So it's not going to be better than the forces of nature. Hey, Henry, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. Kind of needed it. I kind of needed that from you guys. I really appreciate you guys and the birthday wishes, because the birthday didn't go quite so well, and it's still somewhat going not so well. But that's life problems. This is Shaymin Hunt. So let me know, guys. I got one more thing I wanted to kind of announce. Just one more little special, fun little thing. Is it time? Should I do it right now? And I'm continuing Giratina on the right screen because, you know, why not? Do it. Let me get some coffee. I got to get this dry mouth fixed. By the way, coffee's actually going to make it worse, but hey, whatever. All right. Why not? It's a good time. We are on the midnight hour in game, next to the ocean, in the flowers, with our lovely Shaymin. I'm going to take you back. No more tea? I drank some coffee. Yeah, no more tea. I should have made some tea. I've been making some really good chai teas. Stay away from the sky one. Hey, that was an awesome precursor to Keldeo. I really think the prototype Keldeo design was great because it allowed them to finish up that design, and I respect them for it. I'm just kidding. I'm really dragging Shaymin through the water here, and it deserves a little better. It's just that sky form. Not a big fan. Fun fact, they put Shaymin in the Sun and Moon anime. So in the Sun and Moon, I forgot her name. I can't believe I forgot her name. The cafe owner's daughter, who definitely used some kind of herb in the actual games and got drunk at Orangaru's bar. I can't believe I can't remember her name. Lana's best friend. Somebody help me out here. This is killing me. Green hair. Mallow. Jeez. It was gone. I'm like, dude, what the heck? That's a concern. That's a symptom of something bigger going on. I lose words a lot. I lost the word mythical earlier. I just can't find it. I'm like, where is it? What? You know, I'm picturing your face. What the hell is your name? All right. This one goes out. I want to say this. My birthday. This is my birthday stream, and you guys, I can't thank you enough for making this fun for me because, like I say, I got a couple things going on here. I won't really get into it because I don't even really feel like talking about it too much. My cat is sick. Don't know how sick yet, hopefully recovering, but that is one of many issues that had gone on, and several of those issues all came to a peak, of course, on the 15th, my birthday. So I was like, I pretty much had a garbage birthday. I was like, well, I'm not going to do anything for it. And then I was kind of telling myself, I don't need to do anything for my birthday anyways. So what does it matter? It matters to me, but then the rest of the world don't care. So forget it. It's fine. It's just a birthday. The reason I did this is because Magical Raven in chat, calling you out, Raven. Raven wouldn't let me celebrate alone and be depressed on my birthday. So several people had wished me a happy birthday, and I really, really appreciated that from them. It was hard to appreciate in the moment because I was grumpy, I was cranky, and I was trying to just forget life and trying to dish out all these things all at once. Raven, I appreciate the high spirits, and I appreciate the good conversations, and I appreciate what you did for me through all of that, including the days that followed the birthday. So I have only one thing to say. Thank you, Raven. I'm even gonna full screen that one. Let's go find a shiny Shaymin, my friends. And I'm not even gonna touch the bike. I like that they put that feature back in, too. It lets you carve it out. Shiny this encounter, shiny right now. Literally this encounter right here. No joke. This is it. We've got so much positivity here. I am flowing with the positivity and the caffeine from my coffee. Shaymin, shine for us now. Perfect timing. Best clip ever made. Ah, you ruined it, Shaymin. Shaymin, how could you do that? We needed that. We needed that right there and then. When I find Shaymin, I might just clip that out anyways and splice it together. I'm surprised with the Giratina video, nobody's like called, well, I guess not enough people have seen it that would care about the video editing. I actually cut out just because, you know, it's like a 30-second screen when you soft reset. So I cut out a few seconds of the screen rather. So it looks like I have the magic touch. I have the power to reset my game faster than any other shiny hunter in existence. But in reality, I didn't cheat. I didn't do anything special to fix the screen load time. I just cut it out of the video software. But there's a lot of people that don't, I don't know, they forget how easy it is to just pull 5 seconds out of the video and delete it. But nobody had said anything about that one, so I'm like, huh, well, that's cool. He would come around when I least expect it. Oh, little Shaymin. Shaymin's genderless, isn't it? I keep calling him a little dude, but I'm just curious. Yeah. Just a little mythical. Little level 30 mythical. And to be honest, you know, I'll be honest with you guys. When Gen 4 came out, my opinion of Gen 4 was that there were too many cooks in the kitchen. Sorry, I was about to say the wrong phrase there. There were too many cooks in the kitchen. Way too many legendaries. At the time, they were all legendaries. There were no mythicals. The split actually helped that, to be honest. Because then it's like, okay, well, because back then I'm like, well, gee, we're calling everything legendary now. Then what is a legendary anymore? So I thought, like, Heatran, and don't get me wrong, Heatran is awesome. But it took me time to make that opinion. Originally, I was like, Heatran's boring, dude. That's not a legendary. And I was like, Darkrai, now that's a legendary. Cresselia, that's a legendary. Shaymin, Heatran, those are just like, those shouldn't even be legendaries. That was my opinion back then. Things have changed. Cayman the Snom, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? And thank you, my friend, for wishing me a happy birthday. About to play Legends. Oh, I saw somebody logged in on the corner of my screen there. Was that you? I will finish up Legends whenever I get a chance after this stream, by the way. I have to hunt, or I shouldn't say hunt. Well, yeah, I guess I am. I'm hunting for probably 30 more Pokemon on the Dex to catch. And then I'll do Arceus off stream. Restart to stay up to date. Computer, you better not. Hang on, I gotta make sure this thing doesn't restart. It has a mind of its own. If it restarts live on stream, I'm gonna kill this thing. Hello, happy birthday. Good luck on getting Shaymin. Got mine at 65.25. Nice. Nicely done. That is a... hold on 1 second. Pick a day. Like 100 years in the future. Yeah, Friday, March 25th. Ask me then. In fact, just go away. I'm not even going to pick a time. It wanted to reset, and I was like, dude, I am not going to restart my computer. I'm live. Anyways, 65.25, not a bad hunt, although it is over odds on this game, but look how fast this method is. If I were using a bike, I'd be pulling off 200 encounters an hour. Hope you get it earlier. I deserve it earlier. Shenfield. Sorry, I had to, I guess, you know what, part of the birthday experience is getting older, and I had to actually, I had to pull the screen up. I was like, what is that name? Shenfield. I deserve it, because that freaking Giratina, which I just caught, by the way, Raven for the win on that one too, just like Dialga. Her good luck charm kicked in, and she nailed it. Literally said, here's some good luck. Boom. Shined right after that. But that was a 14,000 encounter hunt, and that was soft resetting. So that, and this game is so slow when you soft reset. So it's like, dang, dude, what did I do to deserve that? The first time I caught shiny Giratina was nothing like that. It was like 1,000 encounters. It was quick. Slayer Kid, welcome, welcome, Slayer Kid. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate the birthday wishes from all you guys. Makes a good, or I'm sorry, a bad week good. Yeah, I got screwed on that one. 14,000. It was probably like 14,100, 14,200, somewhere in there. I was streaming that in December. I was streaming that in January. I was streaming that in February. That thing would not shine. I'm like, dude. And this is the only thing that's left over is, that's why I'm resetting the second game, is because I decided to do both Giratinas at the same time. This would be on the right screen here, at least for your screen, my third shiny Giratina. But I decided to keep it going because I'm like, well, just because I got Giratina in Brilliant Diamond, doesn't mean that I don't want it for a third time in Diamond. So I was like, I'll put it up on the screen, why not? I deserve that good luck. Ruby says, are legendaries better? Stat-wise, no. not necessarily. Case in point, Deoxys has some of the highest stats in the entire game for everything, depending on what form it's in, and Deoxys is considered mythical. Then again, Rayquaza has like the highest stats, period. It's legendary. And Mewtwo, I want to say, still has the highest special attack, if I'm right on that. I can't remember. Wow, my brain is mush. This is something I should know because this is back in my competitive days, although they have worked on buffs and rebalances. Case in point, during my Nuzlocke, I found out the hard way that Masquerain, geez, I can't talk today. Masquerain had a speed buff, and I didn't know about that. So I don't know if that's still the case, but I believe Mewtwo has the highest special attack. So it's not necessarily that legendaries are better than mythicals. Latios and Latias, for instance, they got kind of stats and they're legendary. One day you will own a Switch too. Raven, I hope that day is soon. It would be awesome. And not only that, Raven, if you buy a Switch, if you end up with this game, Pokemon, which I highly recommend because this game didn't hold its value really well. It was a $60 game. I've seen it for $30 used. This Shaymin, should it ever appear, will be on your game, I promise. Actually, technically, I don't have to. I can send this anytime I want because of Pokemon Home. Absolutely, Ruby. If I have the knowledge, I will pass it on. If I don't, I'll just say, derp. That's, by the way, I just want to throw this out there, too. So the other day, somebody said, the craziest thing, and this was, okay, the other day, this was probably a couple weeks. I had a performance review at work. And in general, we were speaking not at work, but in general terms, somebody said that I am a very smart person. And I was like, whatever, you know, you never call someone dumb to their face, you know? I'm like, you're probably just, well, maybe I'm also a little, I don't know, paranoid about everybody. If they say you're smart, I'm like, yeah, you probably tell everybody that. But either way, they said, you're a very smart person. And this is why they said I was smart. And this one I think is real. This is really true. They said, you're smart because you admit when you don't know something. And I was like, that's true. You know, I call the experts when I have to. I ask people for their expertise. I don't just assume I know everything, and I admit it. I don't try to go into a lie if I don't know the answer to something. So, fun little life lesson for all you guys. Admitting when you don't know something actually earns respect from people. It doesn't make you look dumb, which is why we don't admit that we don't know something. It doesn't make you look dumb. It makes you, you know, people respect that. Like, oh, man, this person must be smart because they stick to what they know. Like Splatoon, I can't aim to save my life, but I don't have to tell you that. Just watch my streams. You'll see instantly that I don't know what I'm doing. When is the next Smash stream? Friday Night Smash will maybe come back Friday. It really depends. Like I say, I've got several things I need to fix in life. Emmanuel Myers, thank you so much for subscribing, my friend. I had to check what that was because I was like, oh, what is that noise? I didn't have the alert. Like, I hear the alert on the floor, which is where I have my headphones perched. So I didn't have the volume up. I'm like, oh, I think somebody just subscribed. Let me go down there and fix that really quickly. But thank you so much, Emmanuel. I hope you always find pleasure here. I hope you'll always find this a place where you are in good company, whether you come around every single day or you come around once a year. And I know it because lurkers out there have informed me many times that they have come around year after year, once or twice, and always love it. And then some of the lurkers even said, oh yeah, I was coming around back in 2018, a couple times 2019, now I'm always here. And I know you're there, lurkers. I know who you are. And you are not forgotten. You are appreciated. I hope you enjoy the show, but really, at the end of the day, I hope you enjoy that one moment that makes all the hunting worth it. The shiny. Ruby, thank you for the kind words. I really do appreciate that. If there's one thing I can say in making this channel that I have stuck to is constantly staying myself. I haven't tried to be anything else. I haven't tried to lie about who I am. I've just said, you know what? I'm going to be genuine all the time and have fun. I really love this right here where this is just, when I sit here and look at the blue flowers, this is why I did it at night, because at day it looks glary. At night it looks freaking amazing. Anyways, Friday Night Smash, H Nation. I will bring Friday Night Smash back as soon as life smooths out a little bit. See, that's why the coffee was a bad idea, because now it dries my mouth out. It's good at first, then it dries my mouth out, and I almost like I slur through words because I can't get the tongue to get off the freaking roof of the mouth. Either way, I will bring Friday Night Smash back when there's less chaos going on. I also joked, but I might actually do it. I don't know. A quick life talk, because I don't like talking about the state of the world because it's awful. But there's a lot of jobs that are trivial, if you will. The responsibilities are less. You know, I'm not watching like right now I have a bunch of chemistry projects and raw materials that are going through issues and you know, I have different testing parameters that I need to perfect and work instructions I need to rewrite and money that I'm responsible for saving for the company and production and security issues. All that is, you know, I don't know, that's my job. That's my work. It weighs down heavy sometimes. There's a lot of jobs, let's say coffee shops, I don't know, movie theaters, that are paying a lot more than they've ever. They're usually minimum wage jobs, which I never supported anybody who pays minimum wage. But there's a lot of jobs that are open right now that are paying like a ton of money for trivial, or I shouldn't say trivial, for less responsibility. And so I was like, dude, you know what would be kind of fun actually? And it would help me pay off the massive bill this cat just left me with. It'd be kind of fun to get a summer job. A weekend job. If I do that, obviously streaming might be a little slow, but I was like, it'd be kind of fun to get something where I don't have to constantly be thinking at a high level and analyzing things under pressure that I don't have time to do it. I'm like, it'd be kind of fun to just get something that's, you know, clean the floors and greet people with a smile. Instead of, what was our revenue this month? How much revenue did we lose in downtime? You know, all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, to an extent, that would be a cool thing, and it would help me pay the car, it'd help me pay the cat. That cat, man. Whew, that cat. Not gonna lie to you guys. That cat, I'm too attached to him. I pay, and basically it's where do I write the check? I don't have it in me to do anything less than just say how much does it cost, it doesn't matter. But long story short, cat has been stressing me out a little bit. So that's why I thank you earlier, Raven, because didn't think, I don't know, I've had pets before, but this one hurt, man. This one really hurt to watch him go through this. I'm like, oh my god, I was not in a good place. You won't guess what happened. One of my first times playing Legends, let me guess, lived on one, brought back the battle, or shiny, full odds shiny, random shiny. Chicken Nuggies, how you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for congratulating me on the Giratina. That was appreciative. I am appreciative. Sorry, that was really cool. I could, yeah. Do you guys? I think I could do this. Do you want me to show you something cool that happened last night? Raven, you already know what happened, but I record every time I'm playing Arceus because of reasons like this. Do you guys want to see? I could actually put it on screen. It might be loud because I'm just going to add the video file straight to it, but I can actually take a little break here from shiny hunting, just a 30-second break, and show you something cool that happened last night. Then again, I don't trust myself to not put it on screen. Jeez. I might have to go get some water. I don't trust myself to put the video on screen and it not be like 100% louder than the audio you're hearing now. So it blows all your eardrums out, and then it just starts playing right away, and I can't even work it because it's just a mess. I don't know if I want to get involved with that. Or I put you on a be right back screen so I can go get my water, and at the same time that I do that, I mess around with putting the video file on the screen. That'd be cool. Oh no, you know what? I guess I can't do that. That was back when Naya and I played Man of Medan. When we were playing Man of Medan, I put the starting title sequence on the screen, but the problem was I couldn't control when it played. It just went on its own. Well, I guess, yeah, if I add the video file to it, and I'm just like, here you go, ready, and I click start, or I click add, it'll just go on its own. Oh, you are right, Raven. Some tea would be awesome. I need to do that. All right, give me 1 sec, guys. I'm going to go check on my cat. He needs pretty close monitoring all the time, so I got to check him. Well, I guess he doesn't need close monitoring. It is what it is. That's pretty much the situation. It is what it is. But I need to go see and make sure he's okay, kind of take some data, and then I'm going to grab some water while I'm at it because I just finished my coffee. 2 cups of water for every cup of coffee. Fun fact of life. Be right back, my friends. Guess who's back? What's up, Jody? Welcome, welcome. And hey, thank you for the birthday wishes. I was on a Be Right Back screen. I apologize. I had to check on my cat. My philosophy, or I shouldn't say my philosophy, it really is the way it is that a cat's body is no different than our bodies, and that is it's built to repair itself. Therefore, I'm just kind of letting him, I'm monitoring him, but I don't want to wake him up too much. I just want to make sure that he's good to go. You know, make sure that he's not lethargic. So when I walk up the stairs, he's like, whoa, who's coming? Not, So he's good, but I really don't want to wake him up too much because he needs some time to rest and heal. So that's what we're going to do. But, Jody, thank you for the birthday wishes. How are you doing? I'm going to try something here. Let's see. I said before we get back to shiny hunting, I would do something for you guys. So I need source media. We're media source. Media, there we go. Add source. Hopefully this is not an issue. I need browse local files. I'm going to show you guys what happened last night. Without lagging the hell out of my stream, hopefully. Hang on one second. There we go. Alright, check this out. I'm going to try not to make this too loud. Here it is. And that was from last night. That was very late at night. It just sort of popped up. So let's get back at it. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for you guys. I hope that I didn't see what the audio level was on that, so hopefully that wasn't crazy. But that was what happened last night on Arceus, Legends Arceus. Speaking of which, H Nation, I think it was. Let's see. H Nation, did you ever say whatever happened? You did not. You said what? You told me to guess, and then I think you disappeared. No worries. Thank you very much, Chicken Nuggies. I appreciate the birthday wishes from all you guys. These streams are really nice. Link, I aim for that every time. I aim for that, and I'm glad that I hit that. I just subscribed. I love it. Thank you so much for the subscription, Ruby. I hope you always find a reason to come around whenever you want to. I hope you're in good company. What was the significance of that? There is none. I just thought I'd show you. I fell off a cliff really quickly, and I was just gathering a bunch of resources, and that happened last night. I was like, oh my god. So I was like, all right, that's cool. I'm good with that. Onwards, my friends, to victory. The bomb at the beginning got me a little bit. The audio levels were good. Sweet. Because it just, I don't know, maybe I suck at this, but when I add the, when I added in the source for that video file, it just starts going. What's up, MC? How you doing? I don't know why it does that, but it just starts going. Shiny Gyarados, but I had no Pokeballs. You found the flying Gyarados, didn't you, H Nation? And you had no Pokeballs, dude. That hurts. That hurts a lot. My sympathies. The bomb at the beginning got me a little. Oh, that wasn't a bomb. That was me falling. That was fall damage. I was like, what bomb at the start? No, that was fall damage. No worries, Ruby. I completely understand. I wish I wasn't so ignorant of other languages. I try to understand more languages, but really I only speak one. I have learned Latin and Italian, a decent amount. Greek as well is up in there, but not enough to speak any. Greek, actually, no, Greek isn't up there. I took some Greek lessons in school, but they were like voluntary. They were voluntary before hours things, and while it was cool to understand, I actually didn't comprehend the language at all because we didn't really get into it too much. We didn't have time. No, the Pokemon did not explode. Nido did. There is an inherent beauty of how many languages this planet has donned. Just on our species, anyways. Animals have their own language, and you know what? I don't know why. No, I can't really truly speak Italian. I can decipher and understand a little bit, but to having a conversation with somebody, the only thing I know is because most of my relatives, my older relatives, spoke Italian. So I was able to pick up on a lot of things and learn and understand, especially in school. I kind of learned Italian with my Latin, but that doesn't mean I can speak it. I certainly cannot actually hold a conversation. I probably should actually learn Italian at some point. Because just shoving the words together and hoping that the person can figure it out, that's no way to talk a language. Sign language has almost 100 different sign languages too. So that's another thing too. Oh crud! I actually did just learn that. I'm trying to think. They made another sign language official, and I can't remember which one it was. It was over in the UK, but it had an abbreviation, and I was like, wait a minute, what is this? Why do we need another sign language? And that's when I learned that there isn't just a sign language. There's a ton of sign languages. There are multiple Braille as well. I think Braille is the coolest thing because Braille goes back far enough that we know that we invented a language a long time ago to compensate for people that cannot use their eyes. And so it's just kind of a cool thing that, you know, back in the day, the old school people were like, okay, so you can't see with your eyes. All right, no problem. You can't read. We'll fix that. Just make a new language, no problem. Plus, I mean, you got to learn Braille or you can't catch those Reggies, right? Registeel, Regice, Regirock. Almost a shame they got rid of that in the Crown Tundra. In Germany, it is normal to learn English besides Germany, obviously. Yeah, I have several German colleagues. They always know English, and I feel bad because I don't know German. So they pretty much, they take care of the translation for me. I'm like, well, you guys all know English. I don't know anything. I sometimes despise being ignorant of language, which is something I should fix. Let's consider that an improvement in life. Hisuian Scar, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hisuian Scar, hopefully you got to see, I put a clip up there for just a second of my Shinx last night from Legends Arceus. It was just a cool little thing to throw in the stream. No context, I just thought I'd show it. I went on break, I came back and I said, here you guys go, boom. And I showed the clip. Although, come to think of it, I didn't mute the audio from Brilliant Diamond, so it probably didn't sound great, did it? I only just realized that. Only just occurred to me. Lego Braille. Lego Braille. You'll have to explain to me what Lego Braille is, MC. I have a friend who lives in Germany, but he's not from Germany. He just moved there. I have a friend who lives in Japan who you guys all know, or I shouldn't say you all know. He's usually not around the stream because he's asleep while I'm streaming. I'm asleep while he's streaming. But if you look at my brilliant overlay here, my absolutely gorgeous overlay, the person I'm speaking about made the overlay. And that, his name is Joseph, a.k.a. JaNinjuice. And JaNinjuice is absolutely brilliant. Same thing. He wasn't born in Japan, but he's living and working over there now. Man, Shaymin, you really should have shined when I went through the heartfelt message. That would have been awesome. But if we could make up our own stream moments, then the surprise, the illusion, would just be that, or it'd just be an illusion. It wouldn't be authentic. H Nation says, my team right now, I'm assuming in Legends, is Samurai the Samurott. By the way, freaking love what they did with Samurott. Both forms of Samurott are gorgeous. Oshawott, not so much. I was never an Oshawott fan. Duat, same thing, not really. I mean, Duat's a little better, but Samurott has always been a beast, and I love what they did with him. Dust Chiller, the Dust Clops, Star Raptor, Luxray, and Rapid Speed, the Rapidash, and Dust Toxic, the Dustox. I dig it. I dig that team. I know Luxray is a very popular, as somebody was talking about this earlier, I think. I'm trying to remember when. But Luxray is an extremely popular pick, but there's a reason for that. But Luxray was always, like, the problem with Luxray was it was so slow, it was absolutely a terrible Pokemon. Now, Legends Arceus fixed that. Oh, MC says, Lego does a lot of things with education, and one of those things is having Lego bricks that are Braille letters. Man, props out to Lego. I don't think Lego has ever made a bad choice in life. Lego is always just a really cool company. I want to say that they're one of the authentic ones. They're one of the real ones, you know what I mean? And Jody is absolutely aware of how extremely talented JaNinjuice is. And you know who else is talented, guys? Jody, a.k.a. that one wannabe animator, who's been animating now for 3 years. And I have watched you draw and animate. And your drawings are absolutely, I mean, it's amazing to see somebody that started, like, because I've known you for a while now. You started, and I don't know when I don't know how many years of art you had at that point, but I watched you grow and grow and grow with your art, and it's like, that's just something really cool, you know? It's like watching somebody, I don't know, play, let's say they competitively bowl. They go bowling, and their average is 100, and then 4 years down the road, their average is 200, and it's like, man, I watched that happen. Wow. Linkun says, cool. The thing is, a lot of people don't know how to understand and speak the basics of English. It's easy to communicate, so it's easy to communicate. Oh, people know. Sorry, the cool thing is people know how to understand and speak English. Well, if it were up to me, I would have been speaking their language as well, but unfortunately for me, I have to rely on technology for that. And I can fix that. And you know what? Maybe it's someday. And that day may be coming. Fearfully. Coming like a freight train. Someday I will be in my 30s. And when I get to that point, perhaps that'll be one of my tasks. I can already tell you something I'm going to get back into. Chess. I used to love chess, and yes, I am pretty much a deadly force to be reckoned with. I play competitive Pokemon, competitive chess, and Fire Emblem. So when it comes to strategy, don't even talk to me. You'll die. I'm already 5 moves ahead of you in this conversation. I'm kidding. I'm actually... okay, Pokemon, yeah, I was a beast. In fact, to be honest, to be completely fair, I don't like competitive Pokemon season for the Play Pokemon account. Because when Worlds comes up, I'm like, that should have been me. That should have been me, man. Chess, I gave up. And I should never have given up chess. The reason I gave up chess, the actual reason, was because I was not a prodigy. And it was a stupid reason. I enjoy chess. I love chess. I love reading books about chess. And there are countless books. But the reason I gave it up was because I wasn't good. Or at least with the clocks. I was all right. I was all right without the clock. But with the clock, in a chess tournament, which, again, teenage me, I was an idiot, everything is competitive. If you're not good at competitive, then you should just quit because you're never going to be good. That was my logic. It was horrible. So I was like, well, since I am not a chess prodigy, I think at the time I was probably 16, and I was like, dude, there's high schoolers all over the place that can beat me, and on top of that, there's 8-year-olds that can beat me, and on top of that, there's 8-year-olds that have been world-class champions. I'm just going to quit because I'm not that good, so why bother spending time on this? Wrong choice. I'm getting back into chess in my 30s, I promise. Hell, maybe even sooner than that. Imagine being under 30. Nothing wrong with age. Just sometimes weird to see the track in front of you shortening. But that's pretty much it. Why did I give up chess? Speaking of Fire Emblem, by the way, I want to get back to that playthrough as well. Because we were almost at the halfway point. You know, it's another playthrough I should get back to. Hades. I feel bad that I haven't gotten back to that. But if we're talking about regrets in life, I started Danganronpa a year ago, streamed it twice, and then we never got back to it. So, you know, regrets, guys. Regrets. Let me get some water. My mouth is dry. Croesus versus Nito chess match. Throw the glove down. Clip this out now, Jody. Croesus, if you're out there, our duel is to be decided on the chessboard. And my friend, you're my best mate. Oh! That's a chess burn, by the way, guys. En passant. Learn it. Ruby says, has Nintendo ever gave you gifts? Yeah, broken Joy-Cons. They give us all broken Joy-Cons. No, they absolutely have not. Seeing them deliver plushies. Well, that's the wonderful world. So, you also asked if I stream on Twitch, which I do not. In my mentality, I'm a very, very anti-influencer person. And in the world of influence, which is just this stupid term, and people fall for this, they allow themselves to be influenced by large social media accounts, and companies have no choice but to back that. So yeah, they always send their products to people that are going to get the message out, and they basically, instead of helping people who want to make a career, by the way, this is not me trying to make a career out of this. I do not want to ever be a full-time content creator. I'm actually happy with how everything is. I wouldn't change a thing. But for the people that are, they never get the chance because they're glorifying the people who are already there. So that's my issue. A low battery, you're full of it. I just charged this thing like 4 days ago, man. 5 days? 6 days ago. Low battery on my birthday. What are we going to do? I did not foresee this crisis occurring while I was live. Such a good game, Hades. I know! I wanted to get back. We were decorating the underworld. It was so great. What games are you most excited for? For me, it's Pokemon Violet and Scarlet. Dude, H-Nation, Violet. Pokemon Violet. I finally have my perfect color. My absolute favorite color is a Pokemon game. I'm going to go with Metroid Dread. And the reason I'm excited for that is because it's backlogged. I really want to play that game, and I'm promising myself to get to that soon. Elden Ring is a game I really want to experience. That game looks absolutely incredible. These are games that are not necessarily out, or I'm sorry, they may not, or they may have already come out is what I'm going through. What games am I excited for? So then, actually, I never even got to the stream topic. So Elden Ring, I'm trying to think here, what other... Oh, Ghost of Tsushima. Let's try this again. Ghost of Tsushima, I've heard is like a 10 out of 10 game, and it's out for 2 years now, and I still have not played it. I really, 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 really want to get to it. Final Fantasy 15, another backlogged game that I want to get to, and I don't want any excuses out of myself. I want to play this game. What else we got? I'm looking over at the backlog, but I'm also thinking about what's coming out. Metroid Prime 4. Should that day ever come, I am absolutely there. Digimon Survive does not have a release date yet, but they are working on it, and I cannot wait for it. I've been looking forward to Digimon Survive for a very long time now, and I will wait. I promise, world, I will not die before that game comes out. I will wait as long as it takes. Now, this chat that I'm all backed up on, where was I at? Yes, Jody. I don't even know how to play chess, man. I love chess. I regret that you know what? I guess it drove me into competitive Pokemon because I sucked at chess, and I was like, well, I'm going to waste my life on something that I'm not going to be good at. I can be as good as I want to be, and I will. But that doesn't mean that I can't play with people just because I can't win, you know? We'll see. We'll see. I'll get back. I'm going to start with books again. All right. Keep on keeping on. Where are we at? For the Switch, Ruby said, oh, I see. Biozine said Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Naya just bought, on Black Friday, over the Black Friday recently, Naya bought, like, every Assassin's Creed game. She's been playing them. I had fallen out of touch with Assassin's Creed. I was watching her play it, and I love it. I've heard bad things about Black Flag. I will determine that myself someday. Abeza, my friend Abeza, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Abeza says, Mrs. Abeza just got Elden Ring today. Already heard her say, oh dear, to the cat in the other room. Yeah, so I've heard that you're gonna, I mean, it's like Dark Souls. There's gonna be a freshly whooped butt on your end. That game lays down a lot of smack onto the players. But it is to be enjoyed. Can't wait to try Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. And y'all think you have a backlog. I was going to say, Ruby and Sapphire, the originals? It doesn't matter. One of them's been out for 20 years. The other one's been out for 10. Where have you been? Don't worry. I'm in the same boat. I have never played Pokemon Black and White or X and Y. I wanted to record that series, and I'm still absolutely planning on it, but it's over there on the shelf. I will get to it. As you can see, this is the unit I will use. Hi, I'm right here in the game. That's what I will be recording it on, so I promise I will get to that. I can say your name. What, Abeza? What, most people just call you Z? Za? Abeza? Emily Michelle, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream, Emily Michelle. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have been having a really great time, and now you guys are here as well, so welcome to the party. I have never hunted shiny Shaymin before, and this is such a cool hunt. It's such an out-of-the-normal hunt, and 16 likes on the stream. Thank you guys. If you hit like, I appreciate that. You took the time to give me optional feedback, and I really do appreciate that. Where is the encounters number? Green, welcome to the stream, my friend. Unfortunately, I do not count my encounters. I have been shiny hunting for 2 decades. Actually, over 2 decades. Over 20 years of shiny hunting. I stopped counting years ago. Now I just go, how many encounters do I get off in 1 minute? Multiply that by 60. And then that's how many I get in an hour. However many hours I put into it, multiply that out. Now it's a give or take on there. The last time I counted anything was I counted Sandygast because I didn't know that the Pokedex still stops at 999 encounters, just like the clock stops at 999. So in Pokemon Sword, I decided to count my encounters after 999 for Sandygast. The first hunt I have counted in years. And what happens? 22,000 encounters. Never counting again. I'm done. It's only a curse. But Giratina here, when I started the stream, was about 3,500. So I would say we're creeping up on like 37, 3,800, somewhere in there. Probably 3,700. And the reason I'm hunting Giratina is because I started hunting Giratina on Diamond as well as on Brilliant Diamond. So I hunted both of them simultaneously, which I don't do. I don't usually do double hunts, and the reason I don't is because it's kind of a cheap way just to get a bunch of random reactions. I only did it because I was like, I want to do both the same Pokemon a generation apart on the same screen. I finally caught Giratina in Brilliant Diamond. It took 14,000 encounters, 3 months of hunting. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to throw this Giratina out. Yes, I already have one, so this will be Giratina number 3. Let's just keep it going. Why not? It's not hurting anything to sit here and keep resetting it. Let me grab some water before I keep going. I'm really enjoying that that the Shaymin hunt, I don't have to reset. I really do enjoy this hunt. This is a really relaxing one. This one's really good. I'm not even using the bike. I don't want to. I'm enjoying the aesthetics of running through the flowery field. Shaymin, may you please shiny I can't talk. Shaymin, may you please be shiny before Nito ends his stream. Raven, you are right there with that. By the way, that stream topic I was going to say, we haven't even talked about it. If they made another Legends game, which I want them to so bad, pick one mythical that it should revolve around. What mythical would you have a Legends game? As much as I want to say Celebi, I think I'd like to see Legends Genesect. I've heard a cajillion ways of saying it wrong. Ebiza. Ebiza. How you doing? Beza. Actually, I'm just going to call you Beza from now on. Sea Salt, by the way, I saw you pop up in the chat. And then Raven, because it thought you were spamming it, it highlighted it as graded out. Raven approved it, and then it killed the message for some reason. I was like, where's it at? I see you there. How you doing, Snowy? Welcome to the stream. All right, where were we at? Green said it's true, and I say absolutely. I learned a long time ago I don't want to count anymore. It's like egg hunts. Because of my competitive days starting back in Gen 4, and then I retroactively started going backwards to Gen 3, I don't want to see another egg for a long... I cannot do another Masuda hunt, man. I have hunted. I have hatched so many eggs. I don't have the heart to hatch an egg anytime soon. I don't think I can bring myself to do it. Even if the Masuda method is an extremely effective way of increasing your odds, forget it. I don't want to hatch eggs. It's going to be a while before I go back and do that. Abeza says, I had a thought on Pokemon Legends, but I've not finished it yet. Neither have I, actually. I'm at the end, but I haven't done it. So I will say, because that game is so, well, I shouldn't say massive, but it is big. We'll say no spoilers in the chat for Legends Arceus, because I know several people that are still working on the game, myself included. Now, I don't think there's much left for me to spoil. I'm at the end. I'm literally at, like, the very end. So, but I have a few more Pokemon I got to get on the decks. So I thought that'd be cool. I saved it for a stream instead of doing it on my own. Swiggle Muffin says, happy birthday. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the kind words. How are you doing today? Michael says, where is your character standing in Diamond? Oh, I'm right here. Hi, it's me. And it worked, by the way, Michael. I just caught Giratina in Brilliant Diamond, rather. And I was doing behind encounters, or standing behind Giratina for the heck of it. And then it was actually Magical Raven was the one that's like, maybe stand somewhere else. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go behind him again. And I went behind there and, like, the second encounter, boom, it shined. I'm like, look at that. You did it. I'm also breaking my own rule, by the way. Another rule I pretty much have always run by is I don't shiny hunt with my shinies. And I'm actually breaking that because my Tyranitar is shiny. And I never shiny hunt with my shinies. But the reason he's there is to get that Sandstorm down. So he's the only Tyranitar I've got in this particular game. So that's why he's out there. I suppose Gallade is also, you know, he's got False Swipe, so I use him sometimes. But that's different. That's when I radar hunt. Radar hunting in the original, that is. You know, I haven't done any radar hunting in Brilliant Diamond at all, even though I taught people 20 years ago how to radar hunt. I actually wrote the guides. But, actually I made a few YouTube videos too. But I have not touched the Poke Radar in Brilliant Diamond because I was stuck in the freaking cave. Turn back cave is, I never turned back. It told me to turn back, but I didn't. I missed some chat messages, did I? Let me go back up. I apologize. If I missed your message, feel free to just repeat it again. I'll buy and play them one day. I did miss a Beza saying that for Ruby Sapphire. Wow, man. To experience that game again, I mean, when those games came out, I remember, my God, Ruby and Sapphire, I still go back and shiny hunt in them sometimes. And you know what? I'd love to do another playthrough sometime soon. I just freaking loved, when those games came out, that was the coolest thing. Like, Pokemon was just the coolest thing ever. Thank you guys. 19 likes on the stream. I really do appreciate you guys giving me that feedback. I'm glad you like it. All right, you said Hoopa, Chicken Nuggies. You are correct. Hoopa would be a really cool, especially, I just love that Hoopa is a Jin in Pokemon. That is so cool. I like its Shiva-like, Shiva-looking form. I don't remember what that form is called, actually, because I've never had a Hoopa. But whatever its power form is with the rings, I like that they gave it that. It does look a little ridiculous, but I warmed up to it. Hoopa would be a great one to have a backstory. Hoopa or Meltan / Melmetal, says H Nation. Melmetal would be a good one, but I don't know. I guess we'd have to see. I mean, I don't know, because we didn't get much backstory on Meltan at all. However, in the anime, Professor Oak actually does say, or was it Sam Oak? One of the two. No, Sam Oak is Professor Oak. Sorry, I think Professor Oak's full name is Samuel Oak. What's his cousin's name? The other Oak. I can't remember his name now. I think he's the one that says something about Melmetal is an ancient Pokemon that hasn't been seen in a very long time, and it's only in books. So there's a story there. Obviously, it could have an origin story, so you know what? Legends Meltan. Samson? Okay, so it's Samson Oak, and then our Professor Oak is regular standard Oak is Professor Samuel Oak. Dude, what I would give for them to animate a young Professor Oak, and I'm not talking about the Celebi movie. If they were to do, like, basically, long story short is we were waiting as a Pokemon fan base for a long time to see what the heck the beef was between Professor Oak and Agatha. And Pokemon Masters, the mobile Pokemon game, actually gave us that background finally and said why Agatha and Professor Oak have beef, which actually it's really Agatha has beef with Professor Oak. But since that has now been cleared up, and it was cool that they put that in there, I would love to see an animation of that. Just like they did with Pokemon Origins, do a really cool little thing for the old Cantonian story, you know, the original Pokemon Masters. Oak and Agatha's rivalry. That would be so cool. Random side note is what that was, by the way. Need to level up to next star in Diamond, or I mean Legends rather. Let's see, I haven't beaten it. 5th Noble. Dude, you are going to enjoy it from here for sure. It is a roller coaster from that point on. Bought an OG DS. Oh, jeez, I need some water. Try it again. Abeza says, I bought an OG DS finally, or recently rather. Need to get it sent off for capture card, then I'll be able to play GBA games, right? You can, yes. Thankfully, capture card modifications are not like they used to be. They're a dime a dozen now. It wasn't that long ago that it was a very, very involved process. There were only a couple of manufacturers in the entire world that were doing it. And even then, one of them bailed and the other one was backed up all the hell, and then the company went bankrupt. So I'm glad that they got it together. Otherwise, emulation would be the only way to really record it, which, no fault in that. But man, do I want that authenticity. I'd like a Pokemon Legends Mewtwo that revolves around Oak, Agatha, and Giovanni in the efforts to clone Mew. To an extent, I feel like if they were to, I don't know, I guess that story is awesome as it is. I'm not sure I want any more of that story. I think I want them to give me something that detailed that we've had in Kanto, just like Legends Arceus. Give me that somewhere else. Another region. I think Genesect is an awesome option for me. But, I mean, we've got so many mythicals. As long as they continue making them. And also throw in the Let's Go game. I mean, I get it. Game Freaks, they're huge, but they're not that big. They're not just working on everything you can imagine. Pokemon Violet and Scarlet. Also, I just love that it's Pokemon SV. That sounds cool, but either way, it's not just that they're working on those, and then Legends, and then, you know, they're Let's Go. No, I get it. They're not working on everything I could ever want. But at the same time, look at the games we had in development already. We had Snap in development. We had, let me reset this, Legends in development along with Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Now, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl were not Game Freak, I get it. Neither was Snap, for that matter. Entirely, anyways. But, my point is that corporate Nintendo certainly can have as many projects going as they want. So I would love a Let's Go game, and then I'd love them to do another Legends game. I don't mind emulation, but I want that physical copy. That's it. I still have my very first Nuzlocke on this channel. All those Pokemon are still on my Ultra Moon version over there on the shelf. Nothing has changed. I have not done anything outside of after that that Nuzlocke, which was insane. I love that. But at the same time, I do want to go back and finally shiny hunt in that game too. But one thing at a time, because I'm already backed up on, well, pretty much everything. MC says, why can't you play GBA games on Wii? But, all right, why can you play it on that but not on the 3DS? I don't know why they didn't make that a feature on the 3DS. I mean, I guess I kind of get it. But to your point, actually, yeah, that's probably the most effective way, actually, Abeza, is if you don't want to do the GBA on an OGDS with a capture card software, your other option is literally just do like I do and run it through the GameCube or the Wii and use the, whatever the heck they call that thing, the virtual player that goes on the bottom of the GameCube, and then you just use that. Go through the TV and you're good to go. Or, well, I guess go through whatever display you want to, you know what I mean? Probably the easier option. Plus, you get a giant screen. Kanto has been done to death, I agree, but I think using the Legends formula and telling that story would be interesting. I absolutely would love that story, but at the same time, I feel like they would just give the shaft to anything in the newer generations, and I kind of want to see the newer generations. Victini, absolutely. Marshadow got its own movie, technically. I mean, to an extent, that was cool, but yeah, the movies and the anime and all that's all separate from the game. So Legends Victini, Legends Marshadow, I'd be on board with that. They'd probably do Victini before they do anything else, but at the same time, I kind of get where the caliber of Arceus is massive. It was a lot bigger, you know. You're talking the god of all gods of Pokemon versus something that probably has a neat backstory, but to an extent, you know what, they could make it work. They would absolutely make it work. I just think they'd pick Victini. But that's a good one. Girna has not been dropped either. That'd be, well, nah, maybe that wouldn't. That'd be a cool story to have within another story. Beyonce would be a good one. Pokemon like COD, different series, done by different studios. Could be main games, Legends, Let's Go remakes. 4 studios get 4 years per game. That's kind of what they did now. ILCA took care of Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Bandai Namco mainly took care of Pokemon Snap. Game Freak's working on Pokemon SV, and then Legends, well, that was also Game Freak, but you get my point. Game Freak took 2, and then they outsourced 2. And man, Bandai Namco was an excellent decision. They killed Snap. Snap is a great game. It's no complaints at all, nothing. The only thing you could possibly gripe about is maybe a couple of the little motion features aren't perfect, but I have no problems in the world with that. MC says the thing. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I did. Okay. I did not read that, I should say. MC says the thing is that you could play GBA games on the 3DS. Yeah, the virtual console. Or modified software, which definitely does not exist. Of course, we'd never use homebrew. but the actively chose not to put them on the eShop. I thought they were. Well, I thought the Gen 2 games and the Gen 1 games were anyways. So Blue, Red, Yellow, and Silver, Gold, Crystal were all available as eShop. That's my thought on it anyways. At the same time, I never had, or I shouldn't, well, yeah, I've never had a 3DS. I stole Naya's in a way to play. Actually, I still want to pick one up. I want to pick a Wii U up if I ever get the chance. I know that the Wii U, and especially I'm running out of time now, but the Wii U is not exactly the most sought-after console, but I still want one. Abeza says, that's why I chose Mew, the ancestor of all Pokemon, including God? Yes? No? They could address questions. I think that I think that is not what they're going to address and fix. I think that is a plot hole that they want you to stop talking about. I think that's probably the more accurate version of that. They got greedy and released 3 within a year. And I'm fine with that, actually. There's some quality. Yeah, I guess it's hard for me to defend that there are quality issues, you know? Graphic issues. Legends Arceus has an art style, but at the end of the day, there's no way you can convince me that they didn't do that to cut cost in time. So they cut the development time by not going with super elaborate graphics. Same thing for Brilliant Diamond is, look at the water, you know, it's not exactly lifelike. It's cool, I liked it, but ILCA probably had to cut costs somewhere to meet deadlines and make the budget, you know? And to do that, they probably didn't try to enhance too much. Snap went awesome with the graphics, no complaints there. They had just a couple of animation issues with the mechanics of moving, and I really don't mind that. Remains to be seen what happens with SV. I'm just hoping that I really wish they would go mature again with it, because it's already, there was a study done, and I don't have my source, so this is, take it with a grain of salt that right now I'm speaking from no source. I just know off my memory, and I've double-checked this a couple times, that while it's marketed for kids, the games are actually mostly played by people that are in their late teens and older. So Pokemon absolutely can have maturity in the storylines. They used to, and I mean, Sun and Moon dropped some straight-up mature topics. And then when we went to Sword and Shield, we kind of dumbed it down a little bit. And I shouldn't say dumbed it down, it's just the bad guy was obviously bad for reasons that we all know, because I want to rule the world type of situation. And Cyrus did the same thing, or sort of. His motives were a little different, but you get my point. It was very cut and dry and predictable. So if they brought back a touch of Sun and Moon's writing into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I'd love that. I think that'd be awesome. I love Pokemon Legends Arceus, says Abeza, and I like how it looks, too. But imagine they'd had 4 years to focus solely on that. I don't think that they would ever put that kind of money. They're not like BioShock. Who's BioShock's developer? Is it? It's called 2K, I think, right? 2K? 2K spends years. I mean, BioShock 4, I'm expecting it's going to be like BioShock 1. It's literally going to be the greatest game ever made. Like, they are putting a ton of time, money, and resources that they are not getting immediate benefits from into that BioShock game. And whenever it drops, I think it's going to break the world in half. They are going to make an insanely awesome game. Just straight up perfection. Pokemon, on the other hand, I feel like they obey the manufacturing rule of 3. In manufacturing, let's say, automotive manufacturing, parts manufacturing, things like that, typically the rule of 3 is if you're going to invest in equipment, it should pay itself back in at most 3 years. I feel like that's kind of how Pokemon runs. They have a number that they want done. They want returns on what they're working on within a certain time frame. And that's kind of, I think, what probably limits them. And that time frame, I think, is under 3 years. It somewhat limits them on their on their quality, because they're looking at that return. They want that return quickly. And I think that is unfortunate, but that is also the case that's the status. That's the case, that's what we got. I'm good with it. I'm willing to turn a blind eye to it. I really shouldn't. I'm a bit of a hypocrite, because I'm like, well, the quality sucks, but I'll still pay full price for it. But I'm enjoying myself. So far, there haven't been quality issues that broke it for me, if you will. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl had a lot of glitches. Absolute loaded with glitches. I kind of do hold that against them. But at the same time, it's been patched out. We have that's the beauty of modern gaming, is we can fix that after the fact. After the game is released, the latest patch will take care of that. Makes you wonder what these games are going to run like in 30 years, when they're as old as or older than the original Pokemon games. Are they? How will patching out a glitch work then? Sun and Moon could have been such a good game if the pacing wasn't. I think the pacing was fine. I loved the pacing. I thought that game was absolutely great. But I can admit the replay on that is probably not the greatest thing in the world, because it starts out slow and then it gets faster, which I'm good with that. I absolutely am fine with that. But for a second playthrough, probably dragging pretty bad. Then again, a lot of games don't focus on that replay value. That's what I mean. Abeza says, if they had different studios, rotating releases, so there's a Pokemon game every year, but each studio has a lot of time to do it, the quality would go wild. And they have the means financially to do that. I just think it's look at the investors and the stock reports, their financial reports, and you'll see that they're all, just like any manufacturing company, any big company, they're always promising the world quickly. What's this quarter? What's next quarter? What's coming now? What can we do better? They're not like 2K, where they say, and maybe that's because they have stockholders, but they have to report on that. Here's what we're doing. They don't say we're doing nothing. We're we're decreasing our sales because our games are out already, and we're just supporting them with little updates. But don't worry, we're gonna pack a punch with this next one. We've been putting all our time into it. They don't do that. Game Freak isn't that big. Like Nintendo and Pokemon, they are big enough that they can put money into anything. They're just choosing not to. Pokemon's putting most of their time into marketing, actually. It's kind of a weird turn, Back in the 90s, anyways, to go back a few years. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Let me get my overalls snapped into place here. Back in my day, we used to see Pokemon do everything. They were working on the anime. They were marketing everything everywhere. You had Pokemon pinball games. You had Pokemon Puzzle League. All these themes everywhere. You had the T-shirts. You had all the merchandise. You had the cereal. Everything. You had the floats in the Macy's Day Parade. Nowadays, they're only working on marketing a ton of merchandise. And the games, when they come fast and they come cheap. So I will admit, they're not perfect. They're certainly not perfect. Alright, Abeza says you have to pay full price because Pokemon games, they don't just lose their value. When I bought Sun and Moon, a Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and Black and White were still full price. I mean, they still are. Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, look at this. This version of Diamond that I'm playing right now, I paid like $15 for from a friend. And if they had gone on eBay now, I think it's worth about 50 or 60. So I kind of hate that, but free market can't determine what the value of something like that's going to be. Black and White are insane. The fact that I got Pokemon Black 2 for $5 and I posted it on Twitter, that's not good. But it was, you know what, that was their choice to sell it at the yard sale, so. It's mostly the start I have an issue with. I'd rather just crack on than get big story arcs later. But getting your starter takes so long in Sun and Moon. True, I will admit, in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, they really do, like, just get into the nitty-gritty with pick your starter and go, kid. MC, I think, did I miss your message earlier? You said, the thing is, you could play Game Boy Advance games. Oh, no, I did not miss that. I did read that. All right, let me check one thing really quickly. All right, I got a ton of pings, but none of them are... my TV just went on standby. Wow. I didn't realize I'd been streaming that long. I haven't been streaming that long. It's only 2 o'clock. When did I start? Probably 12 o'clock. Alright. I'm eating rice? Dude, alright. I gotta admit, I'm gonna say it. Hold on, let me make sure the mic is good. I am not sponsored. I have to preface that, because if I don't say that, you may think that I am sponsored by Zatarans, but that is not the case here. I make my own rice. That is my rule. I've tried jasmine rices. I've tried a variety of rices. I don't even remember how they are. Long grain, short grain, brown, white. I gotta throw this out there, man. Zatarans literally makes for like $1. A mix. And egg fried rice is amazing biozine, and you throw a little bit of rice vinegar in there, and boom, it's immediately sticky rice. Love it. Back to my point. Spanish rice by Zatarans. And I'm sure they're not the only one. I'm sure there are others. So let me just take the Zatarans, throw it out there. Pre-made Spanish rice. Oh my God, might be the best thing I've ever had in a little box for $1. I may not make a lot of my own rices anymore, because usually I mix the spices together, and then I try to throw just enough vinegar in there, just enough to make it sticky but not overly sticky. Forget it. Zatarans was what I had. You can pick anything, but I was like, dude, these little boxes, forget this. And you get a lot of rice in there. I mean, it's you can't eat that all in one sitting as a single person. You know, you have to get somebody else that's gonna do it with you. Otherwise, you're putting leftovers in the fridge. Love it. Freaking love it. So I just had that. I've been having that for a few days since pretty much nothing but straight up chaos has been going on in my life. So I've been eating a lot of that because I got 1 box, and then on my way home from work I grabbed like 3 more, and then I'm like, you know what, I'll just take the whole shelf. And they have other rices, multiple companies, but I still haven't played Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Sun and Moon low-key put me off. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do anything for you to play Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I think that's just going to make you salty. I don't think you'd like it, to be honest. I loved Sun and Moon. So, of course, Ultra Moon, or I should say Moon, Ultra Moon actually kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. It had its good things about it, but it didn't need a whole nother game for that, you know? I haven't even played Black 2, White, and White 2, and I can already tell you that that was definitely the better version of how to do a second game. Thank you guys so much. 20 likes on the stream. Lurkers, I know you're out there. I can see you. I hope you are enjoying. I'm not trashing on Game Freak, by the way. I'm just saying they could do better. I should say, because the Lurkers have just heard Abeza and I going, man, Game Freak, this company, man, these guys, what the heck? I realize that that the pandemic obviously caused a lot of issues for them as well. So the fact that they got Legends, Pokemon Snap, a remake, and they've been probably developing Scarlet Violet through the pandemic, I realize how much they got on their plate. So that's why I still pay full price for the games. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play this, but I'm not playing this on release. And no, I am definitely not one of those streamers that wants to be the first one. And I get it. They get the views. They get the money. I get it. But I am never going to be somebody that's like, all right, I'm going to get this game as soon as I can. And I'm going to get it so soon that I'm literally going to go to the Australian e-store and buy it before anybody else so that I can get the first shiny hunting stream up on YouTube immediately. And I'm staying live for 45 hours, man. That's not me. So I am willing to get to the point where I won't buy a new Pokemon game. I'll buy it used, but I'm not there. Not even close. When do they, oh, Unova remakes? Dude, Unova remakes would break the world. They have to go all out when they do that. And I think it's going to be a few years. Certainly not on the Switch. So I bet it's not even in development yet. I bet they're in the marketing phase, the initial planning phase for redoing Unova. I'd love to see both games in one. Just, you know, I think I'd just love them to go all out on Unova. But I feel like they're going to wait for Nintendo to play their hand first, which is, here's what the next system can do. And you know what's weird? Twitter, Reddit, they're not talking about this. They talk about their Switch Pro, which I have stated, I've already put my cards down for 3 years now. I said will never exist. There will never be a Switch Pro. There's people that want a Super Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch 2, whatever they want. Nintendo has answered all those questions in the marketing report. For Q4 last year, Q1 this year, they have stated that they are invested in the software, not the hardware. So that answer is already out there, but this is my point. In those reports, in those marketing reports for the shareholders, Nintendo Corporation International, look up the Nintendo Co. ITD. No, ITL, sorry. And I was looking down at Giratina here for a second. Those reports talk about the next generation console after the Switch. Now, they aren't going to reveal, like, what can it do. They're never going to say that. They're just talking about the general overlay of the planning of the next generation console based on the ability to acquire raw material, the disposition of the plan based on the ability to acquire parts, and then there's the patents, of course, on coming up with a new console that's never before been seen. That stuff they would never tell you, but that's what they're working on. They tell you that they're working on it. Nobody ever talks about that. That stuff doesn't trend. It's all right there in the marketing report. Nintendo drops it like it's nothing. They talk about it all the time. What's coming after the Switch? No one seems to talk about it, but whatever comes after the Switch, that would be when they do black and white. I really hope they knock it out of the park. I've kept myself in the dark about black and white. I'm still mostly blind to the playthrough. I'm going to keep it that way because I really want this summer to be when I do the Diamond Nuzlocke, and I will go with Pokemon Black finally and do a first play Nuzlocke. I think I am going to stop calling it a blind Nuzlocke. I've heard that's not exactly an accepted term anymore. Makes sense to me, but I'll just call it first playthrough. Ruby says, I'm watching while drinking coffee. I did just drink my coffee. In fact, I need some water. I'll go a few more hours, I think, tops. Unless my voice wants to blow out. Maybe I've been talking too loud. Not today, but in the past week. But Ruby, I hope that you are continuing to enjoy it. I hope I can give you guys all a really, really, really cool, absolutely sick moment where I just pop up with a shiny Shaymin like it's nothing. Let me be the early one this time. Not accepted. Fair enough, not accepted. What's not accepted? Alright, Abeza says, double remakes. Yeah, 2 in 1, man. Go all out. I love Pokemon, just didn't love Sun and Moon. Man, you and I are on the opposite end of the spectrum, which is the beauty of a franchise of this size. Abeza, we gotta, so since that's where we're at on Pokemon, let me ask you, you're a Star Wars fan, aren't you? I need to compare notes at how we differ on that one, too. Could they have tweaked the business model? I do agree. Sun and Moon, there are still things they could have done better, but, I mean, I was so happy with Sun and Moon that I didn't care of any of the faults. I'm absolutely not accepted. Blind Nuzlocke. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard that the world has kind of gotten away from using that term, blind Nuzlocke. I don't know why, out of respect for people who have lost their vision or were born blind. I don't think they would be offended. I don't think anybody would be offended over the term. But I've also heard, you know, hey, don't call it that anymore. So I'd have to look into it. I try to be respectful of those things. That's like if I don't know, if I were to do like, I don't know, if you never heard a rumor about Pokemon, you stayed out of the rumor mill, you didn't hear anybody's BS rumors, which, by the way, those guys profit on selling lies. I go back. So you never heard any Pokemon rumors through the development of a game. I guess technically you could call it a deaf reaction because you have not heard the rumors. So the announcement is new to you, but you don't see people calling it that, right? So, but Abeza says, I like to play it first. I do the Australian track. Do you do it? do you buy the Australian games on the e-store so you can have it like 8 hours before everybody? Dude, that's pretty funny. That's because I'm impatient. Well, I mean, usually they release a game on a Friday, so I'm usually at work. I don't have that option anyway, but I also don't buy the e-games if I can avoid it. I like my physical copies. That way, if anything ever hits the fan, I can dump them all and get some money back from them. That, and I just kind of like the collection. I'm not a collector, but I do like having all the stuff. That way I can look back and be like, man, I remember that. I'm looking at, like, right now, so a game, because I needed to reorganize some of the games here. The 2 games that are sitting out that didn't get put back on the shelf for some reason, Super Mario Sunshine and The Evil Within 2. And I look at those 2, which I physically have. I go, man, Sunshine is a game that I still don't understand how I enjoyed as a kid, because that game can be so frustrating. And then I look at The Evil Within and go, my God, The Evil Within and The Evil Within 2 were so good. I don't have any complaints about those games at all. 10 out of 10, both of them. But I'll never see an Evil Within 3. Or if I do, it'll be on Xbox. Not that I don't like the Xbox. It's just, I really don't want to have a whole bunch of consoles. I've never been an Xbox person. So I shouldn't have to get bullied into having that if there ever is an Evil Within 3. But we'll see. Maybe someday. So that's what I like about having my physical games. I just look at it and I go, wow, I remember that. That was so cool. I'm going to come back to that someday. Ignorant playthrough. I am an ignorant person. I don't know anything about stats. I don't know what these Pokemon are. I don't know anything. I hardly even know what Pokemon is, and I'm going to dive in on Cynthia. Let's go. Blind reaction. But, which honestly would probably get some clicks. Like, I've never played a Pokemon game in my life. I'm going to take on the hardest battle. Love watching your stream. It's so much fun. I am learning a lot from you. Ruby, I am humbled and honored by that comment. Seriously, I love the kind words. I am glad that you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Like I say, I was having a rough... rough is the understatement of a century. That's why I thanked Raven so hard. She had to go for a little bit, but Raven refused to let me drown in my own misery on my birthday and celebrate alone. And by celebrate, I didn't even celebrate at all. And I had to leave my cat overnight at the vet at one point, so I was literally just like, all right, well, I guess there's nothing for me to do. I'll just sit around and do nothing. And she kind of sparked some life back into me, even when I was resistant to it. So that's where I'm at, is I really, really enjoyed just shiny hunting and talking with everybody. I'm fairly sensitive to language, things like that, but it's insane to me. I kind of agree, but I'm also the first person to acknowledge that maybe I just don't get it. And if I don't get something, that doesn't mean that I trample over it, you know what I mean? I'd have to look into it. But it irks me a bit that blind playthrough is frowned upon. It's not a slur, and I agree, it's not. You know, saying something is blind is not a problem. That is a thing, you know? You're not saying... It's like saying something's disabled, you know? Or I guess that'd be more like someone is... My mom is disabled. She doesn't get offended by that stuff. And that's the thing, is I try to be sensitive that somebody does. I guess with the blind playthrough thing, I should look into it, because I haven't done any blind playthroughs in a while. So I guess really it's up to research at this point. Find out, you know, can somebody convince me, is what I say, that I shouldn't call it blind. Because the title's too long if I call it first playthrough Nuzlocke. You know, that's so many words, it doesn't fit. And it just looks unappeasing when that is the name of a video, is first playthrough Nuzlocke. Like, it's just so huge. Blind Nuzlocke. Easy. Done. Move on. So I guess I gotta look into it more than anything. Alright, where was I at? Never watched any Star Wars product. Okay, that wasn't you then. Cool. We don't have to worry about that then. MC says, I think the Switch gonna last a long time, a long enough time that the Unova remix or another gen are possible on the Switch. I think Pokemon SV is gonna be a swan song for the Switch. because according to the reports, they are saying that we're somewhere in the later half, or the later part of the halfway mark of the Switch. And this is coming from the Nintendo Corporation International marketing reports for Q4, Q1, and development plans. They publish all of these things. The reason I'm saying that is everything I'm saying is coming from them. I'm paraphrasing, but that's my source. They said they are working on the next generation console. There is no plan for announcements or anything at this time, and they are heavily invested in subscription-based software. So basically the Nintendo Online. That's where they're focusing most of their efforts, are getting people to stay on the Switch and play. That's why they say, like, even till this day, they publish, like, how many people were on Animal Crossing in the last quarter of the year. The reason they're saying that is because that's what they're trying to aim for, is replayability. They're trying to get people to stay interested and continue to play the games. So that's coming from them. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but it's coming from them. I booked the weekend off and I buy a new e-game and a physical game because I'm extra. Yeah, I can't have both. I refuse to buy anything twice. I have Final Fantasy 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and X2 on the PlayStation, and they were the second time I bought those games. I was okay with that because it was like $5 a piece for the games, and they're all remastered, and they came with the DLC as well, or I shouldn't say the DLC, but the international, like X2 and X, came with the international improvements, let's call them, where they actually improved the game for the international version and the PC version. That's the only reason I would buy anything twice. You forgot to say happy birthday? I thought you did. I could have swore you said happy birthday. Well, thank you, Abeza. I appreciate it. And I'm sure Mrs. Abeza wishes the best as well. I'll speak for her. Observer says, and welcome, Observer, to the stream. How are you doing, my friend? Observer says, I would still refer to a playthrough of a new game as a blind playthrough because I lack foresight going in. Happy birthday. Observer, thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. I appreciate you being here and getting to chat with you. And I agree. If I'm going to call it a blind playthrough, I can call it first playthrough as well. It doesn't save me any words to say blind playthrough versus first playthrough, so I don't mind changing that. But if I'm going to call it a first playthrough Nuzlocke versus blind Nuzlocke, that's a lot of words. That title starts getting ugly. I like to keep things a little neat and tidy, if I can. Star Wars is pretty damn good, says Biozine, but I haven't seen it past episode 3. Do I want to get into Star Wars? Do I want to get into a Star Wars talk? I do want to stream Battlefront 2. I have not streamed Battlefront 2 in a very long time, and I need to renew my PlayStation Online to do it. But I really want to get back to some Star Wars streams. Those are always so fun to do. MC says, blind playthrough, but the player is actually blind. I've actually had somebody that thought that I might be doing that. The game was Undertale, and I had blind playthrough. And somebody said, are you literally doing this blind? I'm like, oh, yeah, I should probably explain. No. And when there's a language barrier, I have to be respectful of that, too. Because, like I say, I try to put myself in other people's shoes. And if somebody doesn't really know what that term means, blind playthrough, they might think that I'm actually, it's almost like, it's maybe I'm trying to do a super challenge. Like, let's say some crazy dude decides to play 2 Pokemon games at the same time using only one controller. Well, how do you convey that that's the challenge? How do you explain that in, like, 1 word or less, you know what I mean? Not that anybody would do that. That's insanity. But either way, I didn't see what Chimeco just did, but Chimeco just had a huge... yeah, see, blind gamers. I'm sure somebody's done it. I am sure somebody out there has been like, speed run, but I'm going to blindfold myself when I do it and feel my way through the game. Or maybe it's going to be like, the screen's behind me, I'll just look at the chat and you guys help me get through the game. I'm sure that's been done. Gonna do you a favor and make the shiny appear. I have to go do stuff, and it's just my luck that it'll pop up when I'm gone. So speak soon. Happy birthday, Abeza. You take care. If Abeza left, then that means that he didn't hear me. I just said about the 2 controllers. That was him. So that was him. Not just making that joke. Maxim, welcome back. How you doing? Raven has also reappeared. Welcome back, Magical Raven. You'd be surprised from a philosophical, let's say. This mic needs to be tightened, hang on. From a philosophical point, you'd be surprised how gamers have overcome every form of disability and aversions. Somebody who I haven't seen in so long. I legitimately, I don't know what happened to him. He was such a cool dude to hang out with. Sorry, I'm putting the DS down. His YouTube username was Life on End with numbers, and that was him on Twitch as well. I haven't heard from him in like a solid year. Unfortunately, he was quadriplegic by an accident that had occurred. That's the facts. I'm sure he wouldn't, if he were listening right now, he wouldn't care that I'm stating those facts. It's just, you would never believe the controller setup he has to have overcome those things. And he's not alone. It's incredibly impressive how people have continued to game even after either accidents or something goes wrong in a birth, and they overcome. There are so many cool technologies out there. It's just really cool. That's why I say when you say blind gamer, I bet that's a thing. I guarantee. You can shiny hunt blind. I absolutely think that would be something if I unfortunately had my vision go out on me. Which, please don't, Vision. Don't do that. But if I get older and things go wrong, I could still shiny hunt. I just need somebody to point me in the right direction where the grass is, and I'll take care of the rest. Then make sure you let me know where the X button is so I throw a Pokeball instead of attack. There is a competitive Street Fighter player that is blind and relies on sound. See what I mean? That's insane. That's awesome. Technology will give us symbiotic bodies. Oh, cybernetic. Sorry, not symbiotic. Jeez. I guess I've been waiting for the third Venom movie. No, cybernetic bodies. Well, actually, I mean, we're heading there. Oh, Abeza is still here. Okay, that was you. Abeza says, always wait for streamers to see my message before I dip. Look at that. Class, you take care, Abeza. You have a nice day. Bold assumption that I don't already have, or have one already. Have one what? Hello, gamers, I'm back. Have one what? You'd have to tell me what you were referencing. To an extent, my mother had to overcome a lot. I'm open about the fact that she's afflicted pretty hard with a disease that took away a lot of neurological control. And you know what? She used to play games with me all the time. In fact, I'm trying to get her to play Breath of the Wild. She was a huge Zelda fan. And unfortunately, Ocarina... Oh, a cybernetic body. Well, true, you're right. I don't want to assume. You might already have that. Cyborg was the first. Maxim was the second. But my mom never finished Ocarina of Time. She watched me do it. My dad quit because he's like, all I do is keep getting killed. This game is ridiculous. The old Zelda games weren't like this. I'm like, here, let me show you. And it was the Water Temple. That's what took my dad out. He's like, I'm done, man. These games have gotten so ridiculous. It was funny. He was raging. I was like, this is great. So even till this day, he never picked up another Zelda game. Neither one of them have. So I'm trying to convince my mother to play Breath of the Wild, Skyward Sword HD. I think she should have a Switch. It'd be a great system for her. MG Rising. I've played MG Rising. I'll have to look up what that is. Glitchy Mario Bros. I'm going to look that up right now because I'm also going to go refill my water in a sec here. Glitchy Mario Bros. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. How much body modification, or what kind of body mods, running away from Shaymin, body mods do you need to be considered a cyborg? Well, it's funny enough, actually. There's an episode of Teen Titans that actually already kind of acknowledged that. It was a really cool episode. Basically, the kid had... I don't think it was a robot arm, but there was a kid that was missing an arm, and he had a prosthetic. And so he told Cyborg, he goes, look, we're the same. And Cyborg, the moral lesson of the story of the episode is he says, we are the same. And he points to, I think he points to his heart or his brain. He says, but it's not because of this, it's because of what's in here. And I was like, oh, man. So technically he said, you know, he had a prosthetic limb. And he's like, no, we're both cyborgs, but that's not the big thing here. It's the human aspect. It was a really cool episode, man. Teen Titans knew how to teach maturity at a young age. All right, give me just a sec. I will be right back. I'm back for a sec. I'm actually going to make, I am in the process of making some tea. And Jackie, you subscribed while I was away. I apologize for that. Thank you so much for the subscription, though. I really hope that this is a place you're always feeling in good company. Good smiles, good laughs, always good times, because there's no reason to have anything else. But you did, you subscribed. You probably heard the notification go off, but I'm betting it didn't, yeah, it looks like it wouldn't have played. Or wait. Oh, yeah, no, it played over the Be Right Back screen. You're good. Sweet. So, you were talking about Metal Gear Rising. I saw that biozine right before I walked off. I was like, oh, Metal Gear MG. Okay, Metal Gear Rising. I feel bad that I have been out of touch with that game. The series, or franchise, I should say. My last Metal Gear game was 4 a little bit. The last game I truly completed that was a Metal Gear Solid game was 3. Infinite replay value. Absolutely phenomenal. Metal Gear Solid 3 was perfection. I get it. I guess some people... I think some people didn't exactly like Revolver Ocelot, which was 3 if I'm recalling. Maybe I got this backwards. No, I'm positive it was 3. 4 was on PlayStation... 4 was on PlayStation 4? Or... no, I think, yeah, 4... Metal Gear Solid 4 was on PlayStation 3. And Metal Gear Solid 3 was on PlayStation 2. And Metal Gear Solid 3 had Revolver Ocelot, not to be confused with my now hilarious idea that I just got when I walked off. I was like, somebody should draw Revolver Oshawott instead of Revolver Ocelot. So, and I'm betting that already exists. So somebody with Oshawott juggling 2 guns. So I know that some people didn't like that, but the whole idea is that all the characters were over the top anyways. So I thought Revolver Ocelot was fine. Metal Gear SV, open world. I have been out of touch with that franchise. I got to get back in touch. Consider that backlogged, Biozine. Consider all the Metal Gears I've missed. Anything that's come out since 4, and including 4, backlogged. H Nation says, I'm about to send a Pokemon pic in the Discord. What section do I put it in? You can put it, honestly, I'm pretty relaxed with everything. You can either put it in Pokemon. You can put it in the shiny Pokemon gallery if it's shiny. You can put it in New Game Talk if it's about Legends Arceus, you know, something recently new. Or Legends has been out long enough. You can put it in the gaming room if you want. I mainly made, like, Pokemon. The rooms at the bottom of the Discord are for, like, people who are literally getting together and playing the game. They can chat live, if you will, if they are not familiar with each other and, you know, talking like DMs or over chat at some point already. Any of those would be fine. Just looked. Revolver Oshawott is a thing. I gotta look this up now. Revolver Oshawott. Oh, it's too bad. I could have been the first with that idea, man. I could have been great. Revolver Oshawott. Oh yeah, this has been way done. This is way done. You're right. That idea is there's a ton of art for Revolver Oshawott. That's hilarious. Somebody's made merch off of that? I don't think that's a good idea, but all right. Yeah, that's hilarious. It's been done, guys. Revolver Oshawott is not an original idea. It has been way done. Gamer Gore 4, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the birthday stream, albeit late, but I basically said I was going to put it off for another week, or I'm going to do it now. And since my cat is asleep right now and resting and recovering, pretty much now is the best time. So I won't go for terribly much longer. I'm thinking somewhere maybe 3:30, I'll call it. I'm also making some tea, so I'm going to give that another minute to boil. Or to brew, rather. Metal Gear Rising is a departure from the stealth action. It's basically a DMC game, but with Cyborg Raiden. DMC, delivery method complete. DMC, what could DMC mean? DMC, direct mechanical... yeah, I can't guess it. DMC. But how are you doing, Gore? Happy late birthday. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that, truly. The birthday wishes have been kind. Devil May Cry, but that's not a type of game. Oh, it is. Okay, okay, yeah, you're right. He's saying, I'm sorry. I was thinking like, you know, like a turn-based game is TBG, RPG, role-playing game, FPS, first-person shooter. You know, I was thinking it was a type of game. Okay, you're saying literally it is like a Devil May Cry game, which would be perfect. Speaking of backlogged games, Devil May Cry is a game that I always said I would try to get into because I thought it would be cool. And that's right up there with Witcher, because I never finished Witcher. The Witcher 2 I played, The Witcher 3 I did not, and Witcher 3 is like, it was Game of the Year, I think. I mean, Witcher 3, it's a crime I haven't finished that game. It might even be a crime that I watched the Netflix series and even read the book before I finished that. There aren't many stealth games anymore. Metal Gear won't come back. Stealth games. Stealth games. I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, Assassin's Creed is kind of there. Yeah, Witcher 3. I have it, and it's something else, man. It's Witcher 3 is... It's going to go down, like, someday they're going to make... Oh, they probably already made, like, a gaming hall of fame, a gaming museum for all of the best games ever made. I'm sure, and I'm not a digital game. Like they're gonna like make an actual museum that has each section devoted to one game, and for sure, Witcher is on there, specifically Witcher 3. And I haven't even finished the game. I already know it's that level. It earned its Game of the Year title. All right, I'm gonna go a couple more resets and then go finish that tea. And then I will go ahead and call it a stream here 45 minutes from now. Giving little Shaymin some time to shine. Raven, I'm getting this thing for you. And if it happens today, it's going to be the most hype thing I've had in a long time. Outside of the fact that my last 2 legendary shinies, Raven's called both of them. I always find it really hype when Raven's like, I give you all my magical luck. I'm feeling it. Here, do this. This is going to happen. Boom, it happened both times now. Granted, she's also said, here's my magical luck, and it's fallen on deaf ears, but at the same time, Dialga and Giratina both popped up after that statement, so. Speaking of which, I haven't actually showed anybody. By the way, this is all the Pokemon I've caught in the game so far. This is all I got. Ah, Dialga, that was some memories right there. So there was Dialga, and the latest edition, Giratina, who's still asleep, actually. I should wake him up. He's been asleep for like a week. And Shaymin will join these two. It's too bad. I used to devote most of my box space to competitive Pokemon. Now my boxes just go to shinies. That little teenager that took regionals is gone, man. He's getting old. But that's alright. Maybe I'm just getting into my prime, you know? Your prime is when you make it. I'm making it. Alright, I'll do this, and then I'm going to go get that tea. I was just playing Hitman. It is good. Hitman is also a game I've never played. Probably regrettably. I'm not sure. I know Abeza actually left already. I think Abeza was a huge fan of Hitman. Alright, be right back. All right. There's some honey in there, and that tea's going to cool off, and it's going to be good. This Shaymin is like, I love humans so much. Did you know that there's one human that's already said hi to me 300 times today alone? Social stealth is fun. I was playing Hitman, it is good. That James Bond game the Hitman developers were working on, or are working on, gonna be good. Never even heard about that game. Low battery, I'm gonna ride out the low battery. I feel like the low battery's not gonna ruin my party. You know what's another game that I was kind of eyeballing, and I should take another look at? Anybody have experience with this one? Guilty Gear. Saw that, was impressed with what I saw a lot of people saying that they were also extremely impressed that this game was like top tier. Would not hurt to take another look at that. Biozine's interested. What we got? Looks like you got something. Xenoblade, by the way, definitely backlogged. Because 1, 2, I'm probably not even going to get to it before 3 comes out. Persona 5, backlogged. Persona 4, actually, I played that quite a few times. I played that when it was new, I remember that. I played Persona 3 when it was new, man. Those are some old games. Can't believe they aged. Guilty Gear is the best fighting game I wish I watch other people play. So the reason that I liked the look of Guilty Gear is because I'm trying to look at these games that I haven't played, like fighting games. Didn't have any experience with fighting games in a long time. So I thought, you know what, it'd be kind of cool to get back into something like that. And when I saw Guilty Gear, I was like, that'd be a good way to get back into it. Yeah, that'd be cool. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands game. Dude, Naya and I said we were supposed to do this. I thought it'd be the coolest thing. We never did. I believe that's going to be a co-op game. We were looking into playing Borderlands 3 as a stream together. We already played it. It was a hilarious co-op. I mean, we loved that game. Borderlands 3 was so good. We thought about doing it again. Okay, so Tekken 7 is your preference. Yeah, I saw Guilty Gear, and I was like, that'd be a cool way to get back into it. But these are all games that I'm trying to stretch out of my normal, because normally I pretty much go for Final Fantasy-like RPG games, and Pokemon, and Splatoon was like the first third-person shooter I had picked up in a long time. No, that's not true. I guess third-person shooters are right up my alley anymore. Not that I'm good at them, but Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront. Oh, you know what else is back? Well, let me get to my point, I guess, first. I got another backlogged game. So Star Wars Battlefront, Borderlands 3, and Splatoon. You know, I was like, I want to branch out to games that I don't have as much experience with. Survival games, Uncharted, Tomb Raider, The Evil Within that I just mentioned. I mean, those were all fantastic games. But I'm like, let me try something different. So I saw Guilty Gear, and I thought, no, that's probably a game I would give a shot. You know, let me try that. I just don't know when or if that'll ever... My battery's gone. Hang on. Battery dead. Didn't last as long as I thought it was going to. We're dead. We're dead in the water. Joke's on you. My stream shall continue. I still have one game left. Dying Light, I have heard a lot about as well. Dude, speaking of survival games, although this one's a little different. So I mentioned Man of Medan earlier. Another backlogged game. The House of Ashes, I think is what it was for the sequel to Man of Medan. I loved Man of Medan. I loved, oh God, Until Dawn. Until Dawn is getting a sequel, an official sequel to the game. Man of Medan was developed by the same studio, but it was not. So Man of Medan is the start of the Dark Pictures anthology. Until Dawn was not a part of that. Until Dawn is officially getting a sequel to the game directly. It's called The Quarry. So go ahead and add that to my backlog because that's where it's going to go, right? Those games are games that I'm not typical to playing. Actually, they're kind of unique to themselves. I don't know any games that are kind of like them. But I love those games. I love Man of Medan blew me away. Until Dawn was great. Until Dawn I had a couple gripes with. But Man of Medan was like solid. Absolutely insanely solid. Loved it. So I can't wait for the query, but first I gotta get to House of Ashes. And Dying Light, I would love that one too. Again, games that I branch out to that I haven't played. Observer says Wonderlands will be co-op, and we loved Borderlands, so we're definitely gonna do that Nia and I co-op. And maybe even think about streaming it this time. I don't know. It seems like time's getting away from us, and to be honest, I'm away from all my problems right now via stream, but those problems aren't gone. I gotta take care of that crap, so hang on, I gotta get my Joy-Cons. Locked and loaded. Let's do it. Joy-Cons for the win. That Pro controller is not even mine. Like, if Naya ever moves away, I am so screwed because I got to give all her stuff back. She'll be like, hey, I took a job in California, so, yeah, that controller's coming with me. And I'll be like, what the heck? Oh, little Shaymin. Won't shine for us just like Giratina would. But I gotta admit, there's a... I love going from a soft reset hunt... Sorry, I think I said hut. Soft reset hunt to this. Pretty sure nothing else works like this. You guys know if any other shiny hunts are like this runaway method? I don't believe this was a thing in the originals either, but again, I never shiny hunted Shaymin. The best time to get into a fighting game is when it first comes out. The second best time is right now. See, that's why when I saw Guilty Gear, I was like, huh, I really don't play fighting games. It'd be kind of nice to try one out, you know? Then again, I said that about Mortal Kombat as well. Mortal Kombat, I was like, you know, that'd be a cool time to get into it as well when it came out. I want to say 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Naya and I thought it'd be really... That's actually why she bought a PlayStation 2 controller. 4 controller. She brought a second one over so that we could play Mortal Kombat, and we never actually ended up even getting the game. I sometimes hate how much time has gotten away from me. Happy birthday, Alex. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the birthday wishes. How are you doing, my friend? Arceus? Arceus. God of Pokemon. If you're saying, am I going to shiny hunt it, the answer is yes. But not immediately, because I actually don't have the decks finished in Pokemon Legends yet. So I need to do that, but I saved that for a stream because I thought it'd be a cool, relaxing stream, a really cool, fun stream to go around and finish the Pokedex. I record the ending. I've recorded the ending so far. I'll record the ending of Legends, and then I will go after Arceus here. But I'm imagining all of that, like the actual Arceus hunt in Brilliant Diamond, won't occur before Darkrai. I bet Darkrai will be out by the time I get to that, because Darkrai's coming out in 2 weeks. So, and I gotta go for Darkrai. I'll probably stream it the day it comes out, because Darkrai is one of my favorites. No, I'm sorry. I'm sticking by my statement that Darkrai is my favorite shiny ever. Arceus is also a runaway shiny hunt. Really? That wasn't how it was in the originals, was it? I distinctly remember soft resetting the original, unless I did it wrong, which, too late to fix that, I suppose. But I don't remember doing a runaway method back in the day. That was a soft reset. Raven is a lurkin. Lurkin Raven. Shaymin Raven. Well, Raven, hopefully you hear something really cool happen. For now, you're going to hear me sip on some tea. Lexi, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the birthday wish. Technically, I should mention, everybody, my birthday is actually over. It was the 15th. But lots of crap went down in life, so that was not a day that I could stream the following days either. In fact, I wanted to do it Friday. I tried to do it Wednesday. I was like, oh, I can do a stream Wednesday. Then I thought Friday, and then eventually it landed today because basically this is the only time that I can really, truly sit here and stream. So I really appreciate you guys chatting with me and wishing me birthday wishes. It's been a pleasure, and I really enjoy talking to everybody. Pokemon Emerald on Faraway Island. You can similarly shiny hunt Mew. Well, okay, that's another one. So I never shiny hunted Mew, actually. I'm trying to think who I did shiny hunt. I don't remember doing Deoxys. Jirachi I did. Kyogre, Groudon. It was the legendaries from the first batch of games. So Gen 1, Gen 2 I didn't finish. Gen 3 I did everything except Deoxys. I'm sorry, not Deoxys. Except Deoxys. And technically I never did Mew either. Because Gen 3 includes Fire Red, Leaf Green. But by that time, I had devoted myself to Gen 4. And I was doing competitive setups and everything. And I was shiny hunting in Gen 4. But my shiny hunting in Gen 4, it was kind of before I got super competitive and after as well. During my competitive time in Gen 4, which took way too much of my time, I didn't do a lot of shiny hunting. A lot of radar hunting is what I did. So Mew was not one I ever did. I don't even think I ever got to the point I could do Mew. I don't remember even catching Mew. I can still sit there and stream because it's Saturday, and I sat. Yeah, sometimes I try to stand up, too. I don't want to sit too long, so I stand up while I'm doing this and just raise the mic. You guys never hear it, but if I had a camera, you'd see me do it, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, my tea. Ooh, I made some really good one. Herbal tea chai. No, I put honey in it. Goes down nice and warm. It's really nice and soothing. It feels good. I'm just hoping that the rest of this weekend is just as relaxing as this is. These two screens couldn't be more apart, by the way. Shaymin on one side, nice and relaxing. Beautiful flowery field. And is just a little Shaymin. He's not threatening at all. He's level 30. Then on the right side, I have Satan. And he's not ever happy. He kind of wants to kill Arceus. And we don't know why, unless it's coming in Legends. Minor... Actually, I'm not even going to know Legends. I'm not going to spoil anything about Legends. Other than we do hear that Giratina, which we already knew this. Giratina was the banished Pokemon, if you will, of Arceus. We just, as far as I'm concerned, we don't get that backstory on what the heck happened between those two. So these two couldn't be further apart, though. Shaymin's like just this neat little hedgehog everybody likes, and he brings flowers everywhere. God, I thought for just a second that was shiny. I looked up, and I don't know why I saw it. I thought for just a moment. I was like, don't tell me. Is it the background changed? Is there a second night, like... I think that's... Let me see, it's 3 o'clock, so that would be, I don't know what time in-game. 2 a.m.? Does, at 2 a.m., does anything change? Hey! Hold on. Let me pause here for a sec. I thought earlier somebody said that Shaymin has a, just like Giratina and just like Dialga and just like Arceus, Shaymin has a set cinematic, you know, a little, I love that flower field. Shaymin has a set roll in on the graphics. So the thing about the trainer appearing first and viewing the Pokemon, determining that it's one of the higher bracket IV values, doesn't apply to Shaymin. However, Shaymin just rolled in before the trainer on that one. Alex says, disappointingly, I'm probably not going to be able to shiny hunt Shaymin and Arceus and stuff. I didn't get Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Alex, I certainly hope they bring back the events. I don't want to see them time this and then say, nah, we're not doing it again. Or at least Darkrai comes back every new moon. That would be nice. Hey, Nito, how much longer are you going to go for? About a half hour. I think I'm going to go for another half hour and then call it. I think that I think something's changed here. It looks different, right? But watch Shaymin roll in. I haven't been watching it, but the trainer doesn't always appear first, so I think that IV thing still is going on. There's me. I just viewed it, and there's Shaymin. Now I'm going to watch it, and if any time Shaymin spawns first without me viewing it, then I know that was misinformation, that in fact the IV value indicator does still pop off. It looks different. I think it changed for the 2 a.m. mark. See there, Shaymin just rolled in without the trainer looking, so that means that yes, it's absolutely still active. Which I actually saw a friend of mine last night. She was streaming Shaymin. She's also hunting Shaymin, Pegasus Angel. And I guess I wasn't looking super carefully, but we were openly talking about that because I pointed that out to her. I was like, well, if you see the trainer first, then that means the IVs are the high bracket IVs, if not the other way around. And then somebody told me earlier this stream that doesn't apply to Shaymin. I'm like, I thought it did. I guess I wasn't paying attention, but I just now noticed that, yeah, that is still in effect. Shaymin does not always appear before the trainer. All right. Going back in. Yeah, I love this. The 2 o'clock, for some reason, I didn't know there were multiple night textures. The texture has changed for the late night, or the early morning, really. There's the trainer again, see? So that's a high IV Shaymin right there. I knew that was still in effect. Sometimes I question my own sanity, but I was right on this one. I'm going to go through this cup of tea. That'll be how long the stream goes. When I finish the tea around 3:30, I'm going to sip it slow and enjoy it, and that'll be when I call it. So you got a little time left. Both games, you got a little time left for something to happen here. Also, who sent I forgot, somebody was sending a Pokemon picture here. Let me see. Actually, I guess that's something I should have done. Usually I pin my Discord server invite to the Great Nitostocracy. I pin it to the chat. I never did that this time. Maxim says, how many encounters do you think you have for Giratina in Diamond? Giratina in Diamond is... Oh, hold on. Let me reset now. Giratina in Diamond is like 1 per every 30 seconds. So about 120 a minute. So I had estimated 3,500 at the start of this stream. Actually, we'll go 3,600 because I actually was hunting this thing a little bit off stream. So if it was 3,600, and how long have I been live? $2 hours, 3 hours, so 3 hours. So if I go conservatively, because I wasn't always resetting this thing, we'll say about 80 an hour. 3 hours, 3,600. We're at about 3840-ish. We're somewhere in there for this Giratina, which is still longer than the last time I did Giratina in Diamond. Obviously, Brilliant Diamond decided to skunk me. I just finished shiny hunting Shaymin not that long ago. I'm now hunting Arceus. I will be on to Arceus soon. Oh, actually, probably not soon. Shaymin, unless it wants to shine quick, probably will take me through the new moon, and then I'm going straight for Darkrai, and then I'll go for Arceus. Just like the old days, just going for all the legendaries. Yeah, the Brilliant Diamond ones really skunked me. In fact, here, I can switch the audio. I haven't switched the audio this entire stream. Right now you are hearing the serenading, beautiful, harmonic, melodic, soft tones and harmonies of the Shaymin area. Now, welcome to OG Hell. This is the old school sound of the turnback cave you're hearing right now. Hopefully it sounds nice and okay. Yeah, this is the exact opposite of Shaymin, actually. Everything you're hearing right now are your worst nightmares. Alright, we'll switch that back. There you go. Back to the pleasantries, guys. I didn't mean to freak you all out too much. I just wanted you to know what my character on the right screen there is suffering through, while this one is in the pleasant meadows of Shaymin's area. Ah, 7,300 for Weasel. You're definitely in the trenches. Admittedly, more people want to see the legendaries than they want to see the other stuff. You know, if I post a bunch of shinies from radar hunts, admittedly, there's not as many people that are going to be wanting to see that, and that's fine. But I went for the legendaries now because I'm like, you know what? I'm the OG hunter here. All the new guys, a lot of these people are streaming it only because it brings views. And I've seen it. I've seen a couple of people now that literally said how dumb shiny hunting is, and they literally turn around and do the same thing. Unfortunately, but I digress. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go OG here. Like, I'm the guy that came up with these. Not really, but I at least was one of the OGs. So I'm like, I'm going to go for the legendaries just like I did, and I'm going to get all of them just like I did, and I'm going to flex, and I'm going to love it. But realistically, I will go for other stuff, because I figure I'm always going to be shiny hunting, so I will hit them all up, and then I'll move on to other stuff. I'm getting a little tired of Valley Wind... Or wait, I thought you said Buizel. Oh, I see what you're saying. Wait, Buizel? Meanwhile, Buizel. Did you mean Drifloon? Because actually, I was thinking about the same thing. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do a Drifloon hunt somewhere in there. I mean, I thought shinies were going to come faster than this, so maybe I'm not going to get to that point. Weasel. Are you doing a random encounter hunt? Or is there a static Weasel I don't remember, like a trade Weasel? You know what hunt I should do, but I really don't feel like... He's in the grass next to Valley Windworks. Oh, are you doing like a repel trick to... Oh, it's random encounters. Okay, I was going to say you could be doing a repel trick to only encounter the highest level Pokemon in the grass. For me, I don't really envy myself for thinking this, but it'd be kind of cool to go for Munchlax again. I don't know. That was an exhausting hunt. That took me... That was like... that probably took me over a year. The original Munchlax? That sucked. I vowed I would never do that again. But maybe it'd be kind of cool to go back to it. Plus, I do have that Riolu egg still. I could hunt that. Yeah, that's a good one. That's I'm glad they did that with abilities. That was a big help. I did that with Trevenant and my shiny Delmise in Sword, because Delmise spawns so scarcely that if you had a Trevenant that had its hidden ability Harvest, yeah, Harvest, yeah, Harvest was the hidden ability for Trevenant, I believe. If you had that, then Delmise is the most common thing that spawns in the area near the ocean. Pretty much goes from like never gonna happen to making the hunt possible. I don't know if I could do that. I did that one simply because it's like, I remember I had all these shinies and somebody was like, you know, it'd be the hardest thing ever to shiny hunt. There's no way anybody could do this. And at the time, I don't remember. I think I looked it up and a couple people had shiny Munchlaxes, and I was like, dude, can't let anybody toting around a shiny that I'm too weak to hunt. I'm going for it. That sucked. Yeah, Harvest. That's the one that Trevenant's hidden ability, Harvest, allows grass types to spawn at. Actually, I think it's more than 50%. They spawn a ton more. Because literally, Delmise almost never spawns in that area, and then the second you have Trevenant, boom, that thing's coming. Every other spawn is a a Delmise. Yeah, half of it literally is just finding the friggin' Munchlax. Surprised I never found a shiny on the way to Munchlax. My favorite hunt is still the shiny Salamence in Sun and Moon. I have not actually done any of those hunts. I have not done any horde hunting or any of that. I guess to an extent it was because games were coming out after Sun and Moon. I played Sun and Moon after they had been out for a while. So rather than setting up the hunt for hordes, I was just like, well, I'll just stick to the way I know, which is soft resetting and random encounters. And then I moved on to Let's Go, came out very shortly afterwards. And then after that, it was just non-stop other games, so I never went back to Sun and Moon to hunt. I do intend to at some point, though. I thought it'd be cool to go after Poipole. I've heard the gift Poipole is not shiny locked, and even though I already have one, it's a gift Poipole. Alright, going for that T. It was fun watching you hunt, even if we didn't get the shiny. We won't give up. Absolutely not. What'll probably happen is just like Giratina. I'll hunt on my own time. I'll keep the mic on while I do it. And it'll spawn, and I'll jump for the mic. And then I'll post it afterwards. That's unfortunately how most hunts actually go for me. Which is fine, but, you know, it's really cool when we're all here to witness it, you know? And then it's like, bam, there's the shiny. You know, when that happens, it's so cool. And it can happen at any moment. Every reset has the same odds. I mean, it could happen. There's no reason it couldn't happen right now. Poipole is one of the coolest shinies. Poipole is one of the coolest Pokemon. I was so spoiled as a poison type lover. I love poison types. So I got Naganel and I got Eternatus back-to-back generations. Naganadel and Eternatus are both Dragon Poison legendaries. Well, okay, Ultra Beast, but you get my point. They're both so cool, and I don't want anybody to forget how awesome Eternatus' design is, even if it was presented in a raid battle, storyline raid battle that was kind of eh. There was nothing epic about it. It was still such a cool Pokemon. 15 minutes to make it happen. Come on, Shaymin, work with me. Work with me. Remember, Dialga on that stream, I was streaming my shiny Dialga hunt. And Raven, you said, you know, your best luck, you'll get it. Because I literally said I'll do 3 more resets. And I was like, all right, I'm on my last reset. Bam! It shined right there and then. And I was like, dude, we're at the end of the stream and it literally shined. So it can happen anytime, anywhere. Toxicroak is one of my favorite Pokemon ever. Not only is Toxicroak way up there for me as well, I have already shiny hunted the crap out of Toxicroak with unfortunately no results in Legends Arceus. I wanted to actually have a shiny. I thought Toxicroak, or at least I found Toxicroak in the distortions. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a shiny Toxicroak here. Then I found out that just keep going through the game, you'll find more. Shiny Toxicroak has one of the coolest shinies. I wanted to have that for the ending of the game. You have no idea how many hordes I've done. And then they removed horde chaining, or I should say breakout chaining in Legends Arceus. That didn't stop me. I've still done a ton of breakouts. And even after that insane, which I got to post that video pretty soon, even after that crazy back-to-back one, Toxicroak won't shine for me, unfortunately. Money and need room to store things. Oh, you were talking to... All right. I love cute Pokemon types. I don't have a type of Pokemon I love, but I have to choose. I would choose maybe fairy and plant-based. I was going to say, did they make Shaymin a fairy type, by the way? Shaymin is fairy type, if I had to take a guess. I'm still pretty unfamiliar with the fairy typing. They added that after I cared. No. Kidding. I'm trying, though. Observer says, my favorite Sun and Moon shiny was Surfing Pikachu. Shiny Alolan Raichu looks like a chocolate and marshmallow s'more rat. I also did not pay attention. There we go. I was going to say, I didn't take a look at Shaymin, and I needed to. Shaymin's not... So, Shaymin's not grass... I would have done that. If we're going to add the fairy type in here, I would have made Shaymin grass fairy. And then when he transforms, which I will never transform, that's when he picks up the flying type instead of the fairy. That would have been cool. They should have considered that. They need to call me. I would have helped them think this through. Shaymin is grass. He's a grass type. Skyform Shaymin is grass flying. Yeah, that's how I would have done it with that second typing. Instead of picking up a second type when he transforms, I think it would have been cool to just make him a fairy. Fairy grass? I don't think that typing exists, does it? Sneasler broke my heart. I like Sneasler being a fighting poison type. I do like Sneasler's look and design. And Hisui and Sneasel all together. However, I really thought we finally had the first ice poison type. And I was like, oh my god, it's finally happening. My 2 most wanted types are a combo of ice poison, and then the other one is steel poison. Meltan I thought was going to be steel poison because he's corrosive by nature, so I thought for sure he was going to be steel poison. Then he evolved and he just gets really big arms and beats the crap out of you. And then Sneasler was fighting poison instead of ice poison, so he's right up there with Toxicroak on type. And I thought that would have been a cool differentiation to make. Oh, yeah, Cottony and Whimsicott, you're right, derp. I was sitting here thinking, Legendaries, Mythicals, Ultra Beasts, derp. Yeah, we already had that typing. Which is not a problem, just, yeah, we do have it. I have a favorite type, fairy type. I'm sure I told Nito. Yes. You were a fan of Diancie, or Diancie, and Magearna. Magearna is a really cool Pokemon. Literally, a doll makes so much sense for a fairy type, and then they gave it a steel type, so a mechanical doll. That was such a really, really cool design. What a just absolutely awesome look. And I like the Tapus. You're right. I absolutely like the Tapus. Yeah, Tapu Bulu. That's right. He is grass type. You're right. Tapu Bulu is a fairy grass. They're all fairies, but you're right. Tapu Koko is electric. Yeah, grass. Lele's, Tapu Lele's water, and then Tapu Fini, sorry, is water. Tapu Lele is, maybe Tapu Lele is just fire, or not fire, geez, fairy. I'm thinking maybe Tapu Lele doesn't have a double. Let me see this. I can't remember. This is the kind of the suck part about not looking into competitive anymore. Tapu Lele is I don't memorize these things anymore. You are a psychic fairy is what Tapu Lele is. Would have been cool for them to do the 4 elements, you know. Water, fire, flying, ground. No. That would have actually been cool, but yeah, psychic fairy. I don't know. I've never heard the name said, actually. It's either Diancie or Diancie. I've never actually heard the name said in the anime or anything. I don't know which one it is. I think it's Diancie if I had to take a guess. Then again, it's probably a reference that I don't know. A lot of these names are references, and that's how you know how to pronounce them. So somebody was like, dude, somebody actually said, how the heck, why do you pronounce it so weird? You say Arceus, you know, and I get it in the commercials, the Nintendo commercials actually call it Arceus. I will never call it Arceus. But at least that's better than Arceus. The pronunciation is Arceus or Arceus. The reason it's Arceus is because to me it's Archangel Arceus. It literally comes from the word Archangelus. Or, I'm sorry, it's in Latin, it's Archangelus. But yeah, a lot of these, so like Diancie, whatever it's a reference to, that's probably where the pronunciation gets cleared up. No fire fairy. Alright, so we're going to have to make that a thing. Especially for a game like Sun and Moon that had fire dancers, the Marowaks. It doesn't have a fire fairy. Yeah, they can't keep their head on straight. The anime has pronounced Arceus several ways. Detective Pikachu called it Arceus. Literally, Pikachu goes, for the love of Arceus. I'm like, great, you just reignited that discussion. Thanks for that. Where's Detective Pikachu 2? Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is coming out, and there's no Pokemon movie to answer that. You know, the call was, we're making a second Sonic movie, and then they approved a third one, but still, they're like, hey, we're making a second one. What you got? Pokemon's got nothing. They never came out with another live-action Pokemon movie. So Nintendo isn't... Yeah, they're definitely not... They're not consistent at all. I am also very excited for it. I'm glad. They definitely... I'm so glad. I think it is Paramount, if I'm correct, right? The studio, Paramount, is who owns Sonic, or I should say, published the Sonic movie. The fact that they actually proved that you can play the long game. You can look at the long game more than the short game by fixing Sonic's design after the horrible feedback, and now look at that series. Not only was it extremely well written, it's consistent with the lore of the game, which I am not familiar with. I have definitely got very little experience with Sonic. However, I know that I have looked up that, yes, everything they're doing with the Chaos Emerald and Knuckles, and this is all accurate to how it is canonically. Props to them. Now, if only Pokemon were in the same boat. Because Pokemon did the same thing. I mean, the Detective Pikachu movie was pretty consistent with the game, and the game was pretty consistent with the lore of Mewtwo. So, absolutely, that was an awesome, absolutely incredible movie. They could definitely benefit from a second one. Shining, come on. Oh, shiny. The Raven Magical Lock, you're right. I'm not even halfway through this tea glass. I need to take another sip. Alright, I'm going to run from this one, and then I'm actually going to put the screen back down to just one. I'm going to shut the DS off. Call it a day on the DS. I'm going to finish up with only Shaymin. Alright, let's go. There we go. Alright, we're finishing it off full screen here. End of the stream, my friends. End of the stream. Thank you guys so much for wishing me a happy birthday. Raven, I can't thank you enough. I literally... There's only one way I could thank you, and that's that was to etch your name permanently into my game. There's only one way we could finish this stream off with absolute crisp perfection. And that one and only way is to finish the hunt in the same stream that I started it. I don't know how many Shaymins I'm at, but actually, you know what? I'm gonna time myself. I'm gonna go a little further than 3:30 then, just by a few minutes. We're gonna start here, because I would save talking to Shaymin. So I want to see how many resets. I'm going to be on the lower end, so I'll take like 10-15% off of whatever the total comes out to. Theoretically, that's probably how much we're at. Ruby, it's been a pleasure. I am humbled by your kind words today. Thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. And furthermore, you guys, I don't know how much you guys know this meant to me, but with as much crap in life all going wrong at once, like it all just drops at the exact same time, this really meant a lot to me, guys. I really do appreciate it. Maxim says, do you have the runaway all the way down to Seabreak? Yeah, you can't just go up to it. Although you could be using the bike. I'm not using it because I feel like the aesthetic calls for running. But, so, since that was 60 seconds, 2 encounters, but it ran over a little bit, that's probably about 4 for every 2 minutes. I'd say probably, I'm going to say it's at a rate because it ran over by a little bit. I'm going to go with 9 encounters for every 10 minutes is about where Shaymin's at. So if that's the case, then I'm at about 150 encounters because 162 is about the fastest I would be going. But if you go here and you don't go to Seabreak Path and you come back up, not there. You go to Seabreak Path, he has respawned. Alright, I think I'll go... Let's go 10 more encounters, Raven. 10 more. Not this one. We're not counting that one. I'm going to take a sip. I'm going to ride all the way back down here. All the way back down to the Stone of Gratuity. Sometimes you don't realize how long this path is. Holy crap. Jeez, I didn't realize it was that long. Sometimes it's still like, holy crap, that's so long. The Stone of Gratuity, forever with your name, Raven. I call out the stone for its good luck. 10 more encounters. We're going to make this happen. The final 10 encounters. This path is so long. Hi, Shaymin. Number 10. Or rather, number 1. I'll go up. Ascending. He's just a cute little grass hedgehog. See, Shaymin, I appreciate you more now. Raven, you've opened my eyes to this Pokemon. I held its And I think it's movie. Like, Shaymin was in one of the movies, and if I recall, I saw it, and it was really terrible. I don't remember it, though. I'd have to look that up. But Shaymin's reindeer form, the sky form, really ruined him for me. But I have found it, you have reignited my enjoyment of this Pokemon. Number 2. I can't thank you guys enough for liking my stream, for enjoying this time with me, for having great conversations with me. I'd love to see all your shinies as well. I always love seeing what you guys have hunted and seen successful hunts and just being happy all around. Because like I say, when I started shiny hunting, first off, there were no shiny hunters. Second off, there became this stigma. Here's number 3. That shiny hunting was like, why would you waste your time, man? You're wasting your life doing that stupid stuff. There was a stigma about it, like people would respect the shinies, but then they'd knock you for actually taking the time to do it. And now that's totally gone. That's why I enjoy seeing so many successful hunts. And you know what? You keep up with Weasel, because I believe we stay strong. We support one another in any hunt for any Pokemon in any area. Number 4. I'm hoping I have a not-so-long night ahead of me. Hopefully the night's going to be calm and nothing crazy. That is all I can ask for, Raven. Here's to hope. Another sip of tea. Here comes number 5. Number 5. Little stir of my honey. I'm just kidding. That honey has been dissolved into that tea for a while now. I will keep it. If you'll be the first to know, I am on it, man. I appreciate that fresh knowledge of that weasel. Number 6. Here we go. Nothing for number 6. Little Shaymin, you got 4 more encounters. I need you to do it in one of these. Thank you, Raven. You are correct. Everybody has an open invite to the Nidostocracy. While it is my server, at the same time, I thought I would make a server that has no generational gaps. I wanted to make a place that's always in good company, just like my channel. I feel like I've accomplished that, so you're all invited. I can't think of a name. I can't remember who that is. You feel stupid. Why is that? I thought you had to soft reset for... Oh! No, if you're old school like me, and I have never shiny hunted Shaymin, by the way. In the originals, this was like the only one that I never shiny hunted, other than Cresselia, who's gone over 100k for 15 years, 16 years. I'm not going to talk about that. If you're old school like me, then you would have wanted to soft reset for this. But yeah, this is... I don't believe this was in the originals. Then again, I never hunted Shaymin in the original, like I say. Number 7. But now you have been learned the beauty of the runaway method, which I didn't come up with. I heard somebody say runaway method. I'm like, does it really work? So I tried it out. I'm like, all right, here we go. Let me encounter you. And like I say, I thought I was crazy, but I saw its IVs changing based on when the trainer appears at the start of the encounter versus not appearing. And I was like, yeah, it is. It's re-rolling every one of these. Oh, that's great. This is so convenient. Yeah, to Maxim's point, here's number 8. You can still soft reset for Shaymin. It doesn't hurt anything, it's just slower. I could be using the bike, which would speed things up, but I'm not doing that. Number 8 is a bust. We got 2 more encounters, my friends. 2 more encounters, and then after that, I'm going to have to go. Here we go. 2 more. I can't think of a name. I can't think of how to express my sympathies that you... did you find Shaymin? Like, did you get a shiny Shaymin on soft resetting? come to think of it, I almost wonder if soft resetting is not viable. I actually, you know what? I don't know. Because if Shaymin's values, they should be determined upon the encounter. That's how Diamond worked. That's how Brilliant Diamond should work. But yeah, just like Dialga, and for that matter, just like Giratina. The only thing would be if Shaymin runs on a different mechanic, which I doubt they would do, where Shaymin only, its values are all determined when you're standing here. So then technically you'd be encountering the same Shaymin over and over and over and over and over. I would check into that before I continue. Or just do the runaway method and then you know for sure. Number 9, Look Alive. Number 9 is also a bust, my friends. Like I say, guys, it meant a lot. I've never streamed on my birthday before, and technically this isn't on my birthday, but it's in the buffer zone. So all I can say is thank you, guys. I really do appreciate it. It's been a pleasure. It was a great time talking with all of you, and I am bulldozing my Chimecho. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Here we go, the final encounter. I'm going to wait for Chimecho to catch up. There he is. Ready? Here we go. The final encounter, guys. I'm even going to save for this one. Thank you, guys. It really meant a lot. Here we go. Shine, Shaymin, shine. Shine, Shaymin, shine. Go! Never get to end on it. Well, I guess it did happen once, Dialga, but other than Dialga, I never get to end the stream on a shiny catch. So, oh well. Raven, this is only the beginning of the hunt. We shall continue. I will find shiny Shaymin. For now, I really do appreciate it, guys. I can't say it enough. It's been a pleasure. Always is, and especially now it meant a lot. Got a few things I got to get back to and going through life, but I can't tell you what it meant for all you guys to hang around for my birthday. I had several lurkers that have been here for a very long time. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you didn't have a big moment on this one, because we didn't really, that stuck out to you, I swear, look on my channel. I have all my shiny videos on one playlist of anything that I caught while recorded. You want some moments? That's got some moments. I just had a very good moment. Raven called it for the second time. Giratina, after 14,000 encounters, I started that hunt in December. That's a good one. It was a bit of a tired-sounding Nido, but trust me, that's a really good one. That was a really cool find. You guys, I recommend that to anybody that's looking for a shiny to end the stream, if you will, that you want to see me actually find a shiny. That's where you're going to have to do it, because there's none on this stream here. There's nothing left for you. I've got nothing for you. Go back to your camps and have a good night, as they say on Survivor. But seriously, guys, thank you all very much. Humble and proud, I am Nido Marquis, and actually, before I call it, let me check one thing. Just give me 1 sec. There's just one more thing I'd like to do. But it's loading very slowly. So you'll have to excuse me for just a moment. The only channel I know that's live right now is the official Pokemon channel, so yeah, not rating. Alright, guys. Thank you so much. You have a great day. You have a great weekend, guys. Ruby, you take care. Gamer Gore, it's been a pleasure. I can't think of a name. I don't remember. I thought you had a different name, but nonetheless, it was a pleasure to catch you at the end. Magical Raven, you've done a lot for me in the last week. I really appreciate it. Maxim, same thing. Alex, you guys have all been great. All the lurkers out there, same thing. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you have good weekends. The next thing I'd like to stream, and it's whenever I can get a chance, whenever anything calms down and I don't have to survey my cat and watch all the other things too, is no appointments, all that such. I'd like to finish up Legends Arceus. I think that'd be a really cool, relaxing late stream, and just go through, finish the decks, and then I'll record the ending of the game, and that's it. I can get the Aether Flute. Alrighty, guys. You take care. And once again, thank you. Humble and proud, I am Nino Marquez.